Live.
All right.
Okay.
But are we though?
Yeah.
We are. I see us. We are live.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hemsworth is G.I. Joe. Extraction 2. Never mind. Guys, hello! Internet. Friends. Countrymen. Future countryman. How are we?
I'm alright. I won't lie, I woke up way too early and I was like, fuck, I'm late for work. And then I looked and I was like, it's fucking Saturday, and went back to sleep.
Nice. I'm
And
glad to
then
hear it.
here we are.
I saw you up when I was waking up at like noon today, so I was a little worried you'd show up. But you're a man of your word.
Friday night / Saturday morning. When I say I've got something at 10, I'll be here at 10:15, just like work.
Well, okay. Coron, how are you?
Doing good. I spent my day making carnitas nachos, and they were delicious.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That sounds really good.
Very cool, very cool.
All I heard was nachos. It does sound delicious.
Carnitas.
Apollo,
How
have you been?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. I stayed up way too late last night doing gaming things, and then I had a 2-hour hike today. So I'm a little on the sleepy airhead side of things, but I am drinking water, staying hydrated, so that I have energy to hang out and try this new game out. I'm excited.
Well, I too am excited. This has been weeks in the making, even though I have this habit of no-lifing something for several days, and then getting tired, and then moving to do just an infinite cycle of things that I get really into, then stop, and then come back a little bit later to redo it. And this is one of them. About a year ago, I decided to open up the Only War Core PDF on a creative wild hair. I snipped essentially every important rule and chart from the core rulebook, all 402 pages of it. And then recently I got Millman to send me PDFs of the supplements to do the same thing there. Yeah, I'm a monster. But also, this is an old game that isn't supported, and the original company, I think, no longer exists.
Fantasy Flight Games definitely does exist.
They still exist?
Oh yeah.
Do they do anything, though? That's the real question.
That's a good
Maybe
question.
they lost the IP. That's what I'm maybe thinking of.
Games Workshop, they definitely lost the IP.
Yeah. Cubicle 7 now does all of the Warhammer role-playing games, and they've partnered up with Foundry. So, Roll20 doesn't really get much love, which I suppose is fair. If GM owns an IP, they should be able to do whatever the fuck they want with it, no matter how scummy they are. Ugh.
Yeah, I think Fantasy Flight has the Star Wars role-playing games with the proprietary dice. They also do like Marvel tabletop role-playing games. I think they do like I think they're doing a Game of Thrones role-playing game.
Interesting.
They do a lot of stuff.
I know them mostly from their board games, not their role-playing games.
Yeah, they do like Arkham Horror. They have like a Lord of the Rings card game.
Oh,
What else?
I've heard that. Well, I'm excited to share this one with you. I have always liked looking at this, but I was just too young to get into it properly when it was out. And back in 2012, when I was a mere high schooler, I didn't have friends that wanted to play Only War. But now, I have friends I can make play Only War.
This is John ordering us to play the game.
Yes! I have made some cool... Well, I haven't made this map specifically. I made other maps. But... welcome to the Warhammer 40,000 universe, where we're not going to get into it because we'll never leave it. It is a quagmire of lore that we just don't have time for in a mere 3 hours. So we're
You're
gonna
gonna have
just
to make a YouTube channel with about lore, right?
yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not Australian enough to
Oh,
face off against Major Kill.
I'm reading through the I'm not reading, I'm just kind of glancing over the forward. This Only War started as a supplement to Dark Heresy, which is a role-playing game I've played before in college.
Yes,
Okay.
it is quite good. And since Dark Heresy, Death Watch, Black Crusade, I think, and Only War,
Rogue Trader.
Rogue Trader is getting a actual RPG online made. It's on Steam right now that you can look up, that I'm excited about. But
Everybody's hyped about it.
all of those rule systems all work with one another. So in theory, a person who's playing, in a Death Watch game can come to your Only War table and play his character. I don't know how that would work balance-wise, but he can do that.
Right.
Which is interesting, having this like backwards compatibility with other systems. It's like 5e if it can play with a Pathfinder group for a session or two. That being said, there's 400 pages of rules, so
Yeah.
it is quite dense. And I love something dense and chewy. I like looking at all the things. Just scrolling down, you can see so much. Are you guys ready to make characters?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah. I have given access to the character sheets 1, 2, and 3. You can call out whichever one you want.
Well, on my Discord and on the stream, we have Coron in the 1 position, Millman in the 2 position, and me in the 3 position. So why don't we do that?
There you go.
Hold on, I need to reload the Roll20 because it's mad.
Indeed. Making characters is not the hardest thing to do in the world. People are barking.
They
My
know their
door
universe.
opened on its own. Give me just 1 second, fellas.
Sure. So Millman and I have played. Well, I know Millman is like super hardcore into the Warhammer 40k fiction, and I've played like a little bit of Dark Heresy, which I didn't really understand the fiction while I was playing. And then you and I've played Dark Tide together, Mill. What about you, Corin? Do you have a lot of exposure to Warhammer 40k?
Nope. I
Okay.
played a tiny amount of Dark Tide, I think. But that's pretty much it.
Okay.
God, we should be playing Dark Tide right now.
Oh God, I just remembered some of my characters' names in Dark Tide.
What, you don't like rolling with Johnny Rico and Mr. Hyde? Like, I stole all the good names. Like,
Good.
I just saw Starship Troopers for the first time a few weeks ago.
what?
Oh, how'd you like it?
What?
I couldn't tell if it was an absolutely brilliant movie or just really dumb. It was like
Amazing.
it was
satire.
good. It was good. Yes, it was good satire. I just didn't know, given how old it was, if it was being satire or if it was trying to be serious.
But that's why it's
But
so
can't
good.
be.
Apparently, the directors in it are like incredible anti-war dudes.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
Filmographers.
Okay.
So I would be surprised if it was not tongue-in-cheek throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
What a nightmare. Okay, guys. Rolling a character is incredibly easy. You can write your character name. You can put down your homeworld, your regiments, your specialties. We'll get to that later. But the first thing we want, above all else, is our stats. Now, it's a very simple thing. All you guys are going to do is roll 2d10 plus 20 down the line until you run out. There you go. From WS to FEL. Who would like to go first?
Oh, I will. So how many
All
do I
right.
need to roll? 2d20?
2d10 plus 20.
Oh, okay. Hold up.
It'll be between 22 and 40.
2d20 would be way more fun. Because then your minimum is 2 rather than 22.
20? Okay. Let's just go down the list.
Okay. Not
25.
great. There we go. That's what we want to see.
That's BS.
I'm just typing them in
True.
as I go.
That's fair.
How many of these are there?
There are
26.
10 in total. However,
10. Oh my god.
you should not interrupt when someone else is doing it.
I'm
Maybe
sorry.
9 of them in total. My bad.
I'm as chilly as fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Some good stats.
Apparently, I'm dumb as shit.
Who doesn't?
it's not
Who
dumb as
isn't?
shit. I've seen worse.
2 more. Let's go. 33 and
Solid.
28.
Okay.
You watch
wanna
all
go
the
next,
stats I'll
Nick?
have to roll will be my
Yeah, I'll
lows.
go next. I think I have a macro that'll make this super trivial.
Oh, macro boy.
There you go.
Look at that. He does.
I don't want to use some macro. I want to roll manually.
Good.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me look at Millman's stats to see how much better I am than him. Oh, you've got
Not
some
gonna wait.
37s. Nice.
Everyone has access to each other's sheets, so if you want to show those off, Apollo, you can
Oh, sure.
have the audience follow along.
Let me just enter mine.
Put
just-
them in
looks like
the
I'm
order that you
pretty-
rolled them.
I'm going to do the same.
You have to do the same.
Okay.
No mixing, no matching. We don't fuck
What?
around with that.
What's fellowship? Oh, interesting.
Indeed.
Nobody gets to pick in real life. You don't get to pick in the Imperium of Man, baby.
It's true.
Everybody has flaws.
Very true. Millman, which is another reason why I love this game. Now, if you will humor me, I will go quickly over all the attributes, which are the 9 boxes you are currently filling out. We have Ace, apparently. I'm looking at Ace's character sheet. I don't know if anyone cares.
I've got them
he's-
all up on the stream.
Very nice. Man, 231s. Look at you go, Ace. So WS stands for weapon skill. This is you hitting something with, say, a sword or a knife or a bayonet. It's quite easy. If you want to stab someone, this is your attribute that you want to boost the ever-loving shit out of. Next up is BS, not bullshit, but ballistic skill. If you want to gun down your team, you want this as big as it can be. Next up is strength. How much can you lift? Luckily for us, this entire beautiful character sheet, programmed by someone I don't know, automatically converts everything, making it super simple. So as you can see at the bottom there in your weight capacity, you can carry 27 kilograms of stuff. You can lift 54 and push 108. Maybe it's not kilograms. I'm forgetting. Either
That
way,
is kilograms.
it is kilograms in this game.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next up is toe, also known as toughness. Every time you take damage, you will subtract the damage that has been rolled against you by your toughness. So if I shoot you in the head with a laser gun and it does 3 damage, and you have a toughness bonus of 3, you don't take any damage. big boy. Look at that. That being said, monsters also get this, and some of them are supernaturally tough. Next up is agility. Agility is one of the primo stats because it's based on, well, it is the building block of moving around. So it's your movement speed. It is your ability to dodge. It's how fast you roll into initiative as well. It
I'm
is
set, baby.
primo. You always want this to be as high as you can. Int, surprisingly enough, is intelligence. Intelligence lets you do things with skills. I think it has the most in terms of skill usages. Take that as you will. Intelligence characters have their place in this game too. Perception is next, or PER. This allows you to see. You want this. Everyone wants this. If you are blind as a bat, you're going to have a bad time. Willpower is next, most important for psychers and not running away when things are looking bad. If you are facing off against the hells of the 41st millennium, you really better have good willpower or you are going to become a mutant very quickly. And finally, fellowship is charisma in all other games. That's basically it. Most notably about fellowship is you can give commands to people, including your own teammates, with certain talents which will boost them up, giving them extra chances to hit in some cases or allowing them to get out of the way of, say, a mortar shell or a grenade outside of their turn. Sounds pretty good, right?
That sounds great. Yeah.
Okay. As we can see from Ace's character sheet, you have agility. In terms of bonuses, we just divide by 10, and then we just round down, essentially. It's whatever the tens place is. So for his, he has a 2 into agility. And then that is where his movement comes from as well. So a half move is 2 meters for him, a full move is 4, a charge is 6, and a run is 12. A fun little tidbit of lore for this game is it was meant to be played with the actual miniatures of 40k. So rather than meters, it could be inches on a literal like war game board that could be set up in advance. Which I think is it's just neat. It's just funny.
I think they're neat.
I think they're neat. That being said, you know, half move of 2 meters is not a lot in a game that is based off 1 meter increments. So you will be using your entire turn often to just run somewhere. Running is an action, and it gives people trying to shoot you a malice to hit. So running's pretty neat. There's not the 5e, you get your movement, your action, and then your, other meta resources. Sound good?
Yeah, I think that's good. That works.
Okay. Next up, we are going to... We can choose, I suppose. Do we want to get all of our background information right now, or do we want to roll for specialties?
Background info sounds interesting. Are there just like options to choose from?
There are. However, we are all going to pick the same one. That is the core aspect of regiments. So I want everyone, if they have the core PDF, to go to page 44 in their little side scroller, and you will see the Cadian shock troops. We're going to be Cadians.
Oh, yes. We're a
Who's
dying race. Fucking represent.
Rep-ing right now.
Wait, are those the people with the pink eyes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Who doesn't
Do
like
you know
that?
why they have pink eyes?
Their planet blew up or something.
Their planet was next to the Eye of Terror, which leaks warp energy, and that's why they have purple eyes.
Bunch of freaks.
Remember what we said about going into the lore?
I thought it was because they didn't wash their hands after going to the bathroom.
Always wash your hands before, during, and after.
All right, what did you say it was on the PDF?
44. You will see in a black cutout regiment rules.
I went to 144. Hold up.
10-4. Essentially, you're
ducky.
going to get characteristic modifiers.
Okay.
This will help you because they come from a place, and that place gives them modifiers to existing. They're often quite small, but in theory, you can game this and, do
So
the
we
do.
then modify all our abilities by these modifiers?
Yep, start from there. So rather than having a 25 in agility, you're now at a 28, Nick.
Yes.
Here, I'm just gonna put that in our Roll20 chat so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So is this where... Oh, so we just manually adjust these?
Yep.
Okay.
Isn't there a drop-down thing? Oh, no. That's the
And-
No,
solid
you can just
5
add them.
increments.
They're just a
Okay,
little bonus
30s.
thing.
6
This
agility.
goes to your main stats.
Plus-
Okay, well, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
-3
Good.
perception. Darn it, that was my highest stat.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Oh
Why
wow.
are their perception down? That's my question.
Because we
Why?
don't give a fuck, we're just gonna shoot it.
There you
Well,
go.
that's the thing. If you can't see it, you can't shoot it.
No, it's not that we can't see, it's that we're not like using peripheral vision. We're just like we're single-mindedly focused
Yeah.
on what's in front of us.
Look at that. Apollo's got
What
it.
Kriegsman are you? Jesus.
Okay.
Ooh,
We've got some other stuff. Oh, so maybe I
Starting skills command. So I tick that box.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes,
It says-
tick the box for train, or T under it. So everyone gets command, common lore, imperial guard, common lore, imperium, common lore war, linguistics, low gothic, and operate surface.
I don't even see the law
There
one.
you go. You have to manually type them in because there are far too many.
Oh, that makes more sense.
those are our
Yep.
sorry, these were our starting skills, you said?
These are your starting skills solely
Okay.
from regiment.
So
You're
command.
going to get more as we progress.
Okay. Command.
I assume all the common lore stuff is intelligence based.
Yep.
Ah.
All lores, linguistics, scholastics, forbiddens, and trades are all intelligence. Intelligence is a pretty good stat, so long as you're not in a firefight.
Imperium.
So what you're saying is shit.
True. Oh.
And common lore war. So what is the starting aptitude?
I'm sorry, I was eating ice.
Oh, no worries.
I'm trying to find where you put it. So if you go to advancements, you can type out your aptitudes. Aptitudes are like little modifiers that lower the cost of talents as well as skill bonuses, as well as just outright attributes.
Okay.
There are like 20 of them, I believe, but you cannot have them all. They are based off your speciality as well as your background or your regiment.
Okay.
We've
Wow, there's a
not
lot
gotten
of
to speciality yet.
tabs here.
After that is when we start spending our experience.
Oh, oh shit. There's a common lore section.
Yeah, I just realized
I
that
just
myself.
Yep,
Okay.
it's on the right-hand side. I'm sorry.
So where did you say we put aptitudes?
Aptitudes is under advancement next to comrade and journal.
There's like tabs right below movement and weight
Yeah,
capacity.
right above 1D100 and linguistics, you will see advancements.
Man, I just put them in my other skills. God damn it.
Did that too.
It's okay.
Okay.
So we've got
Oh,
aptitude in
Fun fact,
willpower.
Journal has a place for your corruption points, your insanity meter. If any of those max out, you just fucking die. It's quite sad.
If you suddenly have corruption, I will purge you.
He said, side-eyeing his growing tentacle out of his back.
low gothic. Okay. And then starting talents. Okay. Talents. Advanced.
Somebody sat down and worked out that low gothic isn't even in English, even though the game is English. The orcs speak English.
The orcs do speak English, yeah.
Huh.
High Gothic is just outright Latin. Like, it's just Latin, unironically.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, eh?
Yep. I guess it makes sense because narratively, like, the Emperor was around during those times.
Yeah.
He was older than the Romans, yeah.
Hence the whole, like, I think Romans were the best civilization, so I'm gonna base everything off of that, he said. And then, you know, he fucking did, so.
You,
Who can blame the guy?
you know where we include our talents, John?
Talents are under core, under special abilities and traits.
Oh.
You will just add them as you get them. I have provided every single talent in the entire game, as well as a supplement. So rather the core and the, I think, Imperial armor thing. You can go down there and just copy and paste. It is a, like, 10,000 word, like, handout. But yeah, be careful with that.
Okay.
I lost my mind while doing that.
The heresy is strong with this
some
one.
of them have prerequisites. If you just get it, you ignore the prerequisite.
Oh, do I take sprint or nerves of steel?
Indeed.
Oh.
You also just get rapid reload. Rapid reload is Gucci. It's a Gucci gamer one. Let me find it real quick. S's, R's, range, nope. Radiant, nope. RAP. Where are you? Rapid reaction, rapid reload. Delicious rapid reload. The firing ranges and weapon drills, chambers, are the character's constant abode. And hours of reloading countless magazines or power cells means that he can replace them without looking and without thinking. The character halves all reload times, rounding down. Thus, a half-action reload becomes a free action, a full becomes a half, and so on. That was copy and pasted from the book.
There, since we all get it, I'll just copy paste it for everyone right there.
I'll look at you.
Cool.
Are you
Cool.
copying and pasting it?
Roll 20.
It is beautiful. Tamer, how are you, man? I see you're in chat.
Is that the rapid reload?
Yeah, that one we just get. Our other
I
two,
know.
yeah.
We also get, you get to pick out a sprint or nerves of steel, hatred for chaos servants.
Oh, wait.
And battle
Indeed.
formations or
Quite a few.
Oh, we just straight up get hatred, servants of chaos.
Yeah, because they destroyed our planet. Fuck you.
Right. Let me find hatred really quick for us.
I think you just get, like, a bonus to melee kill them, as well as cannot, like, socialize with them at all.
Here's the hatred one.
Ooh.
It starts
What
at
was
the
tier 2 one there.
that is the start of it. Start of hatred. I don't know why it put it in my previous message and then sent another one.
Yeah, it's weird. It is one of those things where you're going to have to choose a specialization. So, for instance, you could, in theory, get a hatred for Chaos Space Marines, mutants, psychers, demons, xenos, but a specific one, or other. So if you're like, John, I've been fighting a lot of Tyranids recently. Can I take hatred for Tyranids? I'd be like, ha, you know it, Buster. Go ahead. I want you to get a melee with the Tyranid warriors. That sounds just what I want. Oh, feels good.
Then we...
They also get cool little minor stuff, such as bread for war. You can just copy paste that if you want. I don't think we'll care that much about it, since we're not planning to, like, do a full campaign or whatever. Yeah, we don't really care about that. Characters from this regiment generate starting wounds normally, so no excess modifiers.
Did you say we get to ignore prerequisites at this point?
Yes, for starting skills. You
Okay.
just get these ignoring prerequisites.
Yeah, because like combat formation has a prereq of intelligence 40, and we definitely don't have that.
Yep. That's one of the benefits of being from this planet.
Hmm.
Your buddies just all can have combat formation. Which is one of the other like little nitty gritty, teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. I love this game,
Wait,
guys. I love looking at it. There's so much stuff in it.
If we all took combat formation, would those bonuses stack?
Yes.
Oh shit. Incredible. So it adds +1 to initiative rolls for all members of the squad, and all members may choose to use the intelligence bonus of this character for their initiative roll rather than their own agility bonus.
Indeed.
Interesting.
So if like someone is the leader character, so he's got like high fellowship and high intelligence, that guy would want this solely because everyone else will get a bump. So even your slow ass characters like can move, and you know just hang out with the big team. It's great. Oh, it's great. I actually don't think this would stack now that I'm looking at it. There's something about like modifiers. I think it'd be fun if it did stack though, so everyone's just going fast. You know?
We're all just yelling at each other, this formation, this formation.
Everyone's just speed running.
Flying wedge.
Oh, I've heard stories of Death Watch games where people just stack movement and then you like use the charge mechanic to just slam into things with the force of like a comet.
Bayonet charge, baby.
Oh, double team is explicit. If you have this, you get +10 to your weapon skill test, but if both characters have it, they both get +20.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So, you know, honestly, it's one of those things of, well, John, I want to get in melee with them, but I only have this knife. But me and, you know, my buddy, the Knicks, all take double team and just like charge people and just like stab them in the back.
I have a knife and a friend.
There's also a comrade mechanic who can join both of you, giving you an additional +10 to hit as well. Which is very, very fun. Where you just start a brawl in the middle of a gunfight. There is such things as prestige specialties that you can like move into, and one of them is just called Brawler, who specializes in melee, and it just looks funny. Oh,
And you play an Ogren. Just for that extra oomph.
see, that's one of the things. You can't. If you're an Ogren, you're stuck as an Ogren forever. If you
That's the
play as
thing,
a
if you're playing a
stormtrooper,
brawler.
ratling, an Ogren, a priest, or a psyker, or a commissar, excuse me, those are called advanced specialties, and once you're them forever. There's no growth. That is why I have made us a roll your specialty chart.
Ooh, baby. I don't want to be a commissar. I mean, I'd love to shoot you in the back for retreating, but
Based.
I don't want to be a
If we
commissar.
are wanting to move on from talents, we can move on and roll for specialties.
Still looking through a couple things.
Okay. No biggie.
Oh, this PDF doesn't have already locked in keywords. No.
What are you looking for?
I just want to fill out sprint and combat formations.
Oh.
Oh, here. Sprint. I didn't take combat formation. I took double team.
Double team's great. I think the main thing about double team is like you need one of your fellow party members to take it.
Yeah.
Squad members.
I took
That
double
way.
team as well.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We double teamed up.
So here is the rub. You will see at the very bottom of that regiment's rules called Standard Regimental Kit. You guys get all of that. You get every single one of those things. I will tell you now, we probably don't care about auto pistols and their clips. We probably want the knives, we want the grenades, and then, you know, everything else we use kind of whatever, right?
Just know you are gonna run out of ammo, and you are gonna want that pistol.
You're not gonna run out of ammo for this session. You get 4 charge packs, that's 400 shots, you're gonna be fine.
So, do I need to go look up all these things in the book?
So, I
Fill out the
know...
ranged weapon.
Last guns, I think, are on page... No, there's just like a big-ass weapon charts that I made. So if you go to Armory, and you go to Ranged Weapons 1, you can zoom in on that and just, like, insert the information.
Ranged
So, like, the
weapons.
M36 last gun is a basic 100-meter single burst 3 weapon.
I know what all that means. Yes.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad I don't need to explain it. I'll go ahead and explain it. So, there are certain actions you can only take with certain types of weapons. So, one of them is called, like, No. I don't need to look. Like, full auto burst or something. Where are you? Where are you, my combat actions? There you are.
Easy.
Oh yeah, it was semi-auto burst. So there are 3 types of fire modes you can do. There's single, there's burst, and then there's full auto. They are left to right in that little last gun section. So a single attack, or an S, means it can shoot once for a standard attack, where you have plus 10 to weapons or ballistic skill, whichever one you are doing. Then there's semi-auto burst, and every 2 additional degrees of success, you will roll an additional damage die, or just do an additional hit. So say you have, like, an absurd amount to hit with, like, I don't know, a heavy weapon. You might choose not to go full auto, because you'll take a penalty there. Instead do, like, semi-auto. That way, you have more chances to damage the enemy due to the degrees of success you're looking for. There are a fuck ton of actions, though. Like, truly outrageous number of actions you can do. Ooh, I bet it would look way better with, like, a 5e chart that you can just, like, pull up and be like, oh, this is the shove action.
Oh.
Each one's a little complicated and a little, you know, Gucci.
Is reliable.
I like the melee system of this game a lot, because there are more than I hit them. And, like, narratively and mechanically, like, making a feinting attack now actually does something. Where you're, like, setting up the damage. Or you are trying to get into a better narrative position while mechanically benefiting. I really like it when games do that, of binding narratives and mechanics together. So, like, knocking down someone could be incredibly effective, because once they're on the ground, you get, like, a plus 30 to hit them. Making you just, like, full or all-out attack and just fucking destroy them.
Ooh.
Okay.
What's RLD?
Reload.
Reload.
Okay. Full.
Do what?
Okay, I've added my first gun. Okay. Or
You only care about that one gun. We only care about the M36 last gun right now.
okay.
Ignore the pistol, add a knife if you got a knife. I'm pretty sure you got a knife. It's like 1d5. Fun fact about weapons. So, ranged weapons don't add any modifiers, they just do a flat amount of damage. Melee weapons, on the other hand, will automatically add your strength bonus to it. So if you are a weapons skill guy, you will naturally want more strength, because after you have rolled your damage, your strength modifier in the character sheet will automatically add to it. There's also certain types of weapons that ignore toughness and armor. So although you, a shitbag guard, might not get access to a power sword immediately, if you prove your mettle and do some cool shit, you can suddenly challenge, say, a, 10-foot tall superhuman in power armor, now that you have your dank-ass sword. Alternatively, you could just order, an artillery strike, but it's way cooler to hit them with a sword, guys. Trust me.
Melee weapons. Give me a
knife
knife.
is just a 1d5.
Can be thrown 5 meters.
That's true. So you want to throw your melee weapon. Your knife also doubles as a bayonet, so you can technically have that readied and armed while you are fighting. Hell yeah.
Okay, cool.
Frag grenades just do 2d10. They have like an explosive range of 3 meters or something.
Oh, do we have 2 of those?
If you want grenades, one of you can have a grenade for sure. We're just
Whatever you
gonna do a
do,
very
don't
simple
Allah Akbar.
combat to show off how combat works.
Hmm.
So if all 3 of you want to grenade spam it, just be done with it immediately. That's acceptable.
So the only time I played like in a mini campaign of Dark Heresy, and I was playing as like a smuggler, but then some like demon giant space bird thing attacked our party, and I just like pulled the pins on a bandolier of grenades and threw it, and I one shot the boss.
Yeah, you'll do that.
I rolled really
the
well.
DM was kind. Very kind that day. If you had to do those one at a time. Oh, fuck. Oof.
Oh, uniform has to be on the sheet.
No, let's be real. Everyone's just naked the entire time. Who doesn't want to just be this naked guy wielding a las gun, throwing down?
All right, there's got to be something about armor somewhere, right?
Armor will be based off your speciality, I believe.
And we need to roll that still.
Yes,
Black
we need
armor
to
is
roll
included in the regimental kit, which is why it came up.
that. Wait, it is? Am I blind?
I think so. Standard regimental kit right after the knife. First
Oh, flak armor. Okay.
Oh, flak armor, yeah. Flak armor, I believe, is 4 armor to all. And I only know that because a lot of monsters just have flak armor. Yeah, flak armor. Imperial Guard flak armor. All armor points 4, weight 11, availability scarce.
Oh, Imperial Guard flak armor.
Yep.
How do I record this on my sheet?
So let me go to character sheets. Where are you, Ace? So if you go to equipment, you scroll all the way down to armor, and then under the head, you'll see that there's like a head 0 space, then 1 through 10, and then 3 for you. That 3 is your toughness bonus. You just add 4 manually, and then you type, flak armor in the armor description.
Well, head is
for all.
only 2, right?
Do what?
flak helmet is 2.
No, you're doing separate stuff. Flak armor itself is just one singular thing under armor.
I started putting 4 in everything, and it was like, you mean flak armor? Yeah, okay, and automatically populated the description. Either that or John did it because he's an asshole.
I might have done it because I'm an asshole.
Where?
Either way, it automatically happened on my end. John, an AI, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah. So, like, some regiments are under-equipped. The Cadians are not one of those regiments, so they just get the standard Imperial Guard flak armor, which is all locations for 4. In other cases, some people may only get a helmet and be like, I'm from a penal legion. My regiment got us helmets, woo, but nothing else. The best armor for most people is carapace armor. There is power armor in this game, but it is incredibly rare and expensive.
And guardsmen can't wear it.
Yeah, normally they get a little bit mad. Carapace armor, if you guys played, well, all of you played the fucking Darktide game. It's that metal stuff where you had to, like, shoot people in, like, certain areas. When a guy came at you with a chain axe and you shot him and you heard the armor sound, that is carapace armor. Which none of our characters in Darktide get to wear for some reason. Which is bullshit. Okay. If we are done adding armor, now that we have our 2 weapons, we can move on up to specialities. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we go to the handy dandy step-by-step guide, I have made us a D100 chart. Most of the time, you're going to be a weapon specialist, but who knows, you may roll like a god. Let's see it. Just roll a 1D100.
Where's the chart?
It is under the handy dandy step-by-step guide for creation, underneath character creation. It's a handout I made.
I see it. Weapon specialist is like 45-46%. Cool.
Yep. Weapon specialist is the standard guardsman. Hence, I have made it a 45% chance to be.
Yeah, I'm a weapon specialist. Let's go.
Fun things about weapon specialists is they can both go into melee and range specialities. So if you wanted to be the knife weapon specialist, you could become that.
Hell no.
Hell no. Apollo, it's your turn, followed by Millman.
3. Heavy
God.
gunner. Grats. Suppression, more like oppression, because you're a conscript Lamau. All right. Heavy gunner. I like it.
And Millman, let's see it. Come on, roll 1. Become the psyker and hate your life. Nice.
52.
2 weapon specialists and a heavy gunner. Look at that.
Sounds like a good group to me.
And does that just also go under special abilities and traits?
No. So at the very top of your character sheet.
Oh,
it will
special.
ask
There
you
it is.
to
Okay.
Put your thing. So heavy gunner gets a characteristic bonus of +5 toughness. They get
here we go.
more starting aptitudes, which is great. They get new skills. They get new talents as well.
Okay.
And then they get a specialist equipment. So, for instance, you can start with a missile launcher, which is a missile launcher. A heavy stubber, which is a M42 Sturmgewehr something heavy machine gun. Or your favored heavy weapon from your regiment, which would be an autocannon.
That sounds sick.
Autocannons are sick as hell, for sure. Also, you start with 10 wounds plus 1d5.
Okay.
For weapon specialist, you get 2 ballistic skill or weapon skill. You got a bunch of aptitudes. You get a bunch of starting skills. You got a bunch of starting talents. Weapons training is interesting if you are doing like a big campaign, but I would not do that. Just take Last Gun Barrage, probably. And then you get 4 frag grenades or crack grenades, so even more fucking grenades. So, weapon specialist starts with 6 fucking grenades, guys. A good craftsmanship lasgun, or a common craftsmanship flamer, or a shotgun, or a favored basic weapon, which I believe would be a grenade launcher for you guys. Hang on, maybe not. Basic. I'm basic, bitch. Alright.
Why
What
is
Yeah,
happens
grenade
if you get
launchers are basic, yeah. You guys could start with 2 grenade launchers. Just this guy with a heavy missile launcher and 2 guys with grenade launchers.
Hey,
That'd be
John,
really funny.
they call us the
Holy
Boom
shit.
Squad?
What happens when you get the same skill from multiple places? Because I'm getting Common Lore, Imperial Guard, and War from 2 different places.
Nothing.
Oh, you
You're
don't
just
you
training
don't
it.
take it forward to the +10?
Nope.
Oh.
You do not.
You just get fucked.
Well, no. Now you have 600 experience to play with. No, in theory, you can up that by just a massive number now.
Well, sure, but they're just proficiencies that went down the drain.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh,
Alright, so...
You
So-
shouldn't be able to max your shit. Millman, how you doing? I don't know if you're talking or not.
I just realized I was muted because I'm like, where the fuck is this document? And no one answered me, and then I found
Yeah.
it.
I was like, Millman's been awfully quiet.
Aptitudes. Where do I tick that bitch?
In journal or advancements, excuse me.
List, and the
oh, that's right.
starting
We have Ace, Little Smoke, and Jericho Styles.
No, little smoke, not smoked. Little smoke.
Little Smoke. Excuse me. What great names, fellas. Holy
you.
shit. Fucking Jericho Styles. I really like that one.
Thank you. I thought it was pretty good.
It is good. Don't ever let
Please
anyone tell
gun
you otherwise.
barrage, eh?
I have aptitude in just offense and defense.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you go to... Oh, I'm forgetting it. I've got so many handouts.
I feel like you need to take several college courses to understand this game.
I don't think so. I think we just need to play it, right? That's what I think.
Okay, athletics or
Good
survival?
news is I've taken several college courses. Problem solved.
Whoa.
I've taken none.
Whenever you guys want, roll for wounds. For heavy, they get 10 plus 1d5. For weapon specialists, they get 8 plus 1d5.
Yeah, I rolled a 4, but I accidentally rolled 1d10 plus 1d5, so that should be 14. So I am very healthy.
You are very
Say that
healthy.
again. How many do I need to roll?
8 plus 1d5. Or just
8.
roll a d5 and add 8 to it.
Plus. Oh.
1d10 divided by 2 plus
I got 2 plus 8 is 10. 10.
10. It's a good number.
Right, Lee's gun barrage down.
Where the
And then I
fuck
will
do
show you
put
where
this
to
stuff?
record your wounds. Because it is in a different location. Once Coron rolls his 1d5. Perfect. So if you guys go to core, or rather, if you go under initiative to infographic, if you click infographic twice, your wounds, fatigue, fate points, and force field will come up.
Yep.
I have done that for Millman. So all you have to do is set your max to whatever your max is. Set your, well, fate, we have to roll 1d10 for.
We
Okay.
rolling
1 through
that?
7, you get 1 fate point. 8 through 9, you get 2. And on a 10, you get 3 fate points.
Nice.
Fate
Oh,
you can
sorry.
do a few things with, such as using it and then burning it.
So I record that as my max for Fate? Or is
And
that
your
Uh,
current,
current?
probably, because this is like something you spent down.
No, it is your max.
But it's also your current, right? Because we
It
haven't
is your
spent
current
it yet.
as well as your max, yes, until you
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
So it would be a 1 for you, Millman.
My
On
bad.
a 1 through 7, it's a 1. On an 8 through 9, it is
Okay.
a 2. On a 10, it's
I'm
a
with you.
3. If you get 10 fate points in total, the game would not be worth playing, because everyone would just choose to succeed every single roll.
The Emperor protects.
I guess so.
John, do you mind helping me make sense of? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What this is saying?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking at my starting talents,
Uh-huh.
and it says weapon training, las or solid projectile, low tech,
Uh-huh.
heavy. Choose one excluding exotic.
So
Do I just
there are a bunch of heavy weapons. Some of them are so like heavy stubber is a solid projectile weapon. So if you wanted to use that without a penalty, you would need that weapon training. There are las cannons, for instance, that can be set up, carried, and then put down, which you would be able to use as well. So rather than wanting your missile launcher or whatever, you would choose this instead.
I'm just really confused why it says las or solid projectile, comma, low tech, comma, heavy, comma, choose one excluding exotic. It's like it's presenting me with
Oh,
either 3 options or 5 options or just one. I'm like, I just don't know.
so you get Iron Jaw,
Yes.
and then you get the following weapon training. So you choose las or solid,
Oh, okay.
and then you will get low tech, heavy, and then 1 free, but not exotic.
Oh, okay. So I just need to look at the list of all the combat or the weapon trainings.
Yeah, just choose like heavy or whatever, because you're only going to be using your missile launcher or your heavy stubber.
Oh,
you know what
sure.
you're doing.
Okay.
It's not like we're, having progression with this. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I like that. I like the idea though, Apollo, because you are the one who is like, we are not doing a campaign of only war. John, we are doing this one thing to satisfy your one particularity. You son of a bitch.
Okay. I took flame weapons as my choose one.
Haste.
You never know. You never
there's
know.
heavy flamers.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You may just need to burn.
The flamers, okay, besides just like knifing nonstop in Dark Tide, flamers were my favorite.
Flamers were great. I called this game like Vietnam in space and bust out the name.
Oh god.
You're gonna have some war crimes to answer to
Apparently.
the United States Congress.
It's not a
after
war
this.
crime the first time.
It's an accident? What?
No, it's not a war crime the first time because there's no war crime until they make the rules. So you got to be the first
True.
to do it.
Tell the many people in the Choni or Ho Chi Minh Trail.
And it's only a war crime if both sides agree to follow the rules.
Oh man. Oh, what was that Vietnam fighting game or first person shooter game? Did any of you play that?
Viet Cong.
Is it Viet Cong
There's
Rising Storm or something?
yeah, and then there's
Rising Storm
also
2 Vietnam. Okay.
Rising 2. Viet Cong is so much better. You should play that. It's older though,
Fair.
but holy shit, is it wild!
Yeah.
Just accidentally calling in actual napalm on all your friendlies is
Yep.
fucking terrifying.
It is. I have done that before.
Oh,
One guy used to spam like the actual Vietnam propaganda. That would be like, "You will die here, American," like a super happy, like Vietnamese woman voice. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
wait. I might want to repick flamers and go for a melta weapon, which I've never heard of.
Meltas are great.
Inferno
Melta
pistol.
A melter gun is a flamethrower that's just focused to a fine point, and you can melt through ceramite.
Oh my god. Okay.
It uses superheated oxygen as its thing. So essentially, you're using a small
thought it all
fusion
uses
reactor to punch
promethium.
through armor.
Never mind. We're Cadians. I'm just using a regular flamer.
Based. Okay.
And then
we have rolled for fate. We have.
oh, sorry.
Well, no,
No,
we have-
I'm sorry. I was so stuck in the talents. What is the fate thing?
Just roll D10 and I'll tell you what you get.
Okay. 8.
You get 2 fate points.
Cool. And that was in.
That is under wound or next to wounds.
Oh yeah. Do I say I have 2 out of 2?
You have 2 out of 2.
Okay.
Here, and we'll even set up some tokens.
Yeah.
Jericho Styles. Oh,
I need my last talent. Iron Jaw.
what weapons do you guys have? My weapon specialists.
I took a shotgun.
Shoddy.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna take some crack grenades for show.
Based.
Oh,
It doesn't like punching
sick.
through armor.
I can just automatically roll to see if I just ignore stuns.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah.
Wish we
We
had a
will
medic.
do
Not that they help
ace.
much.
Hey, what the fuck is a knife?
It is a 1d5 weapon.
No, I'm trying to see what kind of weapon it is. I need to be proficient with it.
It's a basic one. I think everyone's
tech?
proficient with it.
Low
Huh?
tech. Okay, it's
Low
under
tech.
low tech. Gotcha.
Alrighty. I have given everyone a character token.
Craftsmanship, regimental, favored, heavy.
Well, you probably have to go back to your regiment. It probably says that on that, right?
Well, this is oh, maybe. I'm looking in the ranged weapons section for this particular.
What are you looking for?
In my specialist equipment, I get an option between a missile launcher with 5 frag missiles, common craft, a heavy stubber, or a regimental favored heavy weapon. Oh,
That would be the
Okay.
Autocannon, I believe.
that's right. Okay.
There we are. I
Okay,
lost
you were totally right, Corin. I just wasn't understanding what you were saying.
New
I'll be right
systems
back.
do
I'm
that.
just gonna turn the light. It's getting dark.
Just absorbed into shadows. Oof.
Oh hell yeah! I'm taking an autocannon.
That is a great idea. So, fun fact about weapons, they often have tags. So, a sniper rifle, for instance, is accurate and reliable. Reliability goes a long way. There are certain weapons that jam easier than others. For instance, the plasma gun has a just flat 10% chance to damage you instead of the enemy. It is unfortunate, but it does a lot of damage. So there's always reasons to take it. The shotgun has scatter, so if something is within a certain number of spaces, it just does that damage to them as well, I believe. Don't quote me. It's been a little while since I've looked at the million tags, which can be found on page 170, I believe. Yes, 170. So let's go find auto gun. Auto gun. Better way to go. Wait, is it auto gun or auto cannon?
Auto cannon.
Auto cannon. Oof. That has a range of 300
Yeah.
meters.
3d10 plus 8i.
Yes, so it does 3d10 plus 8 impact damage, and it has a pen of 6.
Oh, hell yeah.
It
What's
has a
regimental.
clip. I'm sorry?
What's that regimental favorite basic weapon?
It is a grenade launcher.
Oh, that's lame.
What do you mean it's like it's a fucking grenade launcher?
We don't use
say-
tubes here. Come on.
No. In most combat, if you're either shooting las guns and doing nothing, or you're in melee combat, and then a grenade launcher is no use in melee combat unless you like to replace limbs with nothing.
Yeah. That sounds great to me. John, I aim 4 meters out so the blast doesn't kill me.
You roll scatter dice and always succeed, and you're just like, I don't even get wounded.
Indeed.
You're looking at the tags, right, John?
Yep.
What is Ogren proof?
Oh, they
Ogre
can't
proof
fuck it up.
means that Ogrins can use them. That's essentially it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hmm.
one of the sad things about having an autocannon is it weighs 40 kilograms.
Yeah. It's heavy.
However, the man-portable last cannon weighs 55, so I guess it's not out there. Most heavy weapons need to be braced either on like terrain or just being held correctly before you can fire. I'm forgetting the exact penalty because you know, you never expect it, right?
Yeah.
But a more I suppose weight efficient one would be the heavy stubber. That being said, you have a comrade who is essentially just your battle buddy who goes around and does things.
Okay.
He is essentially holding on to half of this weapon so that together you two set it up on a turn, and then you just bop, 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 so on. There's also a weapon range thing that I have. I believe I put that under combat. Let me find it.
Morad.
So, like, the shorter or closer you are to a target, the easier it is to hit them usually. Where are you, combat? Combat ranges and movement. Combat ranges. It is on page 253. A weapon short range is half of 300 for Unic, so it'd be 150 meters, which will clear the entire map I have prepared. Weapons cannot be fired at targets more than 4 times their range distance away.
Okay.
We could have like some real long combat engagements.
Wow. Incredible.
Good scatter. Oh. Wait, what? Does it automatically choose? Wait, what did you just do, Coron? I've never messed with that before.
Mess with what?
The scatter die.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I clicked on the buttons to see what the button did.
Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna do it. Nice.
Uh-oh.
9 meters to the second position. Interesting. I guess everything goes that way. See, guys, I'm no master at this game. Let's go read what scatter does. The standard ammunition of these weapons spreads out when fired, hitting more of the target. If fired at a foe within point-blank range, every 2 degrees of excess the firer scores indicates another hit. At longer ranges, the spread of small projectile reduces ineffectiveness. Okay. All armor points are doubled against hits from scattered weapons at long or extreme range. Cool. Okay. How's everyone look? Are we feeling a little spicy?
I'm ready to start spending XP.
Yeah, we can spend some XP if you want. Ooh, let me go and find that. It's not under specializations. I believe it's advancements.
Yeah, that's XP stuff is on page 102.
102. Perfect.
I just don't know how much XP we each get.
You get 600 experience.
Oh, nice.
So long at advanced classes like the Commissar, the Psyker, the what do you have it? You get 300, showing that they have specialized so much that they're dumb fucks and everything else. You got a fuck ton of aptitudes. You can see that some of these skills cost less due to the fact that you are or you have matching aptitudes. So if you wanted to, excuse me, say you want to raise your ballistic skill, you can spend experience upwards to 500 if you have 0 aptitudes in it. Or if you have 2 matching aptitudes, it's a fifth of that for 100. It is quite nice.
Where do I see this?
This is on page 102 of the core. I could not, or probably did not, add it. I probably added the charts.
Here.
So, for instance, if you wanted to level up weapon skill, you could do that as a first aptitude, which would cost you 250. But if you have the aptitude offense, you can get it for 100 instead. For ballistic skill, you need finesse.
So
If you want skill advances, so if you go to core and then mess with that, you will see that there's like train plus 10. I don't remember actually. I think it might be plus 10, 20, and then 30. Don't quote me on that. Let me open my sheet. Yeah, it's 10, 20, 30. And then after that, you've maxed it out. So known you already have, so it'd be trained, experienced, and veteran.
Oh, it won't let me.
It won't let you.
I'm just trying to figure out how it's me to input XP total. 100 here will auto detect how much I've spent.
Yep.
It will not auto detect how much I've spent.
So then you would like type in your experience cost. Oh, I don't know what page number means, but you know, you guys are my first players in this, so I'm not too worried.
I see. So I said.
As well, Jericho, in your advancements, you will see that underneath weapon training, you can click off what weapons you're trained with. At the very bottom there.
Oh, neat.
See.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I chose Las, Heavy, Flame,
Look,
Low
Solid
tech.
projectile.
Low Tech.
Oh.
I took Las over Solid Projectile because I have the Las gun.
Fair. Are you not taking the autocannon into battle with him?
Yeah, the autocannon is a heavy weapon.
Oh, I thought it was solid.
Oh, maybe it is. If it is, I need to change Flame. Let me look.
It's been a little while.
Oh, you're right. It is solid. Okay.
It's probably solid and heavy. Yeah, it is solid and heavy.
Oh shit, so I can't use it.
Can't you just replace
Wait,
last?
wait, how is where oh, it is heavy.
Yeah, so you just get rid of flame.
Oh, okay. So it's like solid projectile or las. And then I get heavy, low tech, and then my own option. Okay, so then I can
So you
take
can make
las.
that solid projectile as well. You wanted to. There you go. What everyone really wants is power, though. Who doesn't want a power weapon?
Me, because I don't have the body to endure firing a power weapon.
You don't have a power sword proficiency?
They also require a shit ton of strength because that cunt's got a big battery in it.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Is that your lore talking, or your... You just know the rules better than me? I honestly don't know. Oh, wow.
They're probably heavier than
A power fist weighs 13 kilograms.
Yeah,
Jeez.
you're literally carrying a sandbag on your arm.
Well, power sword's only 3.
Only 30 kilos? That's 60 pounds.
No, it's
60
3
plus
pounds.
10s.
3
Oh, I thought
kilograms
you said
is not 60
30.
pounds.
You said 30.
I said 3.
Not 3. No, you said 30. And I was like,
No,
that's
clip it
fucking
and
60
ship it.
pounds.
Tamer, prove this Aussie wrong. Ah.
Tamer's sleeping because he's in 2 streams at once.
Based. Probably, honestly. If I go into Scarlet Shadows and I find Tamer there, I'm gonna flip out.
Okay, so characteristics, skills,
Anyone
talents.
wanna roll with a power maul?
That does sound fun.
A power maul high and a power maul low. What? What does that mean? What does it mean? Oh, power fists are sick as hell. They add the user's strength bonus times 2 to the damage, rather than having a flat damage. So if you had like 4 strength or 40 strength, you do 2d10 plus 8 energy damage with 9 pen. Whoo! Baby.
Oh, okay.
Sick as fuck. Who doesn't like a chainsword, by the way?
Chainswords are fun.
Yeah, chainswords.
Ballistic. I need ballistic.
Eviscerators as well. God, I love eviscerators.
Do not have.
They're just regular chainsaws.
Weapon skill and ballistic skill. Is weapon skill like melee?
Weapon skill is like swords and
Okay.
Hammers and stuff.
Okay.
Ballistic skill is pow, pow, pow.
So if I want to go get a simple advancement on ballistic skill, I have an aptitude for ballistics, but I do not have an aptitude for finesse. So I have 1 matching aptitude.
You should have finesse, shouldn't you?
Where I don't think so.
He's not a weapon specialist.
Oh, sorry. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't know why I thought you were a weapon specialist.
you're good.
I'm a
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah, my starting aptitudes as a heavy gunner are ballistic skill, defense, offense, fellowship, perception, and toughness.
It's true.
I did not get finesse like you,
So,
weapon
it's
specialist.
Good, though.
I'm kind
But
of
I wouldn't give.
I'm kind of jealous because now my improving my ballistic skill is going to cost more.
It's true.
Cost me,
But
yeah.
it's fine. You get the strongest guns in the game. Think of it like that. Having a little bit, not being able to perfectly aim the strongest guns in the game makes a little sense to me. I don't know about you guys, but if I am unloading a heavy bolter, like 300 rounds per second here, I expect some recoil to knock me off my game a little bit. The real funny thing for like using an autocannon specifically is it only has 12 bullets per like magazine, or clip as they call it, those British wanks who made this. So you're gonna spend 2 turns setting this bad boy up, firing once, and just deleting a guy. It is so sad and pathetic.
Hell yeah.
Like, it is an anti-tank weapon, right? Oh, man. 3d10 plus 8 impact damage. Most guys only have 10 wounds. Minimum damage, you will kill someone immediately. As long as you hit them, Apollo. Oh, shit. Just a casual 1,500 meter range. Or 1,200 meter range at maximum distance. Literally a kilometer. Oh, I love this game. I just love imagining this stuff. Well, guys, if we have inserted all of our information, why don't we take a quick little break, and when we come back, we will run a quick mission.
We're back.
Hello, Internet! Welcome back. We could see Apollo's screen move that entire time, but you could not hear us. Now you can. Guys, I have given us a handy-dandy, teeny-weeny, yeah, I just really like saying that now. I have scaled all the vehicles to be what they kind of are. I need to check the Lehman Russes again, but no big deal.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. Narratively, it doesn't really matter how we get to where we're going, but we're going on what is known as a mission. Missions you can find on page 297 of the core PDF. They're separated into briefings, objectives, and orders, I believe. Maybe not in that order specifically, but, no big deal. Normally, the briefing is an out-of-character little thing that you, the GM, give to your players, or you, the players, receive from the GM, that will tell you about the mission and the mission details. This can be quite literally anything, but they give you some archetypes to go by. There's even some, rest and relaxation missions, which is, players, do whatever the fuck you want. You're in this area, go schmooze, go gamble, ply your trades, try to find a spare bolt gun or chainsword. Who knows? But they are all rather cool, rather fun. And the players get stuff for completing them. Whoa, right? Isn't that cool? Getting more experience? Getting medals that do stuff depending on how cool you are. There's even incentives of you, the player, tracking your specific number of kills. Because if you kill enough enemies of the, Imperium of Man, you get a bronze cross stapled to your chest or implanted in your neck that you can say, hey, I got a +10 to fellowship now. Fuck you. It's quite fun. let's go over some missions. You guys want to go over some missions?
Hell
Go
yeah.
kill the heretics.
All right. So we have the following. We have active missions, which have clear goals and endpoints that I, the GM, tell you, the players. Whether this is from if it's literally the voice of God, or if it's through the NPC that is your commander, or regimental colonel, or general, whichever one you have to suffer through. That guy is who gives what are known as orders, such as standing orders or general orders. Standing orders are things you have to accomplish in a certain way. So if I say, go defend the library, that's kind of open-ended. That's what is known as a general order, because fuck it, do whatever, just fucking defend the library, right? But if I say, oh no, I'm getting these already mixed up. Standing orders are nebulous. Fuck me, I guess. General orders are from the general. That's what that meant. Okay. Already mixed up my terms. It honestly doesn't matter. I remembered the themes. Standing orders would be, hey, go stand over here by this library and defend it. But if the general order comes through and is like, I need you to defend the library and make sure Link from The Legend of Zelda does not burn all the books. That would be a general order. And if you do not follow those orders, you fail the mission, LOL, and don't get anything, XD Lamau. There are objectives to every mission, such as primary objectives, such as defend the library, LOL, XD Lamau. Secondary objectives, such as things that need to be accomplished, but as long as you can, make the primary, no one's going to complain. So don't let Link burn down all the books. And then there are tertiary objectives that just sort of show up that could be dynamic or the party could argue for. And be like, hey, this isn't in the mission, but I saw Zelda over there. We should gun her down for her war crimes in the Rhineland. Like, that would be a tertiary objective. I hope this Legend of Zelda example is resonating with the players.
I don't know anything about Legend of Zelda lore, so I'm just assuming this is all canon.
Yeah, it is. They invaded the Rhineland with 6 armored divisions.
And flamers.
And flamethrower, yeah. We don't talk about Poland, okay? And the Deku nuts or the what are they called? The collectible guys that you strap rockets to?
Koroks.
Yeah, those guys. We don't talk about them. They're hiding from Link, as we know. Those are the objectives. Seems pretty straightforward. There are a bunch of archetypes. Reconnaissance is the easiest one to do, and often leads into what is known as a clearing patrol or a search and destroy, where it is a nebulous squad, go to X, see what there is. In the book, it tells you that these missions can last for years. Some of them, like, these poor squads of guardsmen are just patrolling this one area for 20 plus years, unironically. And they start lives out there in the frontier. It's so sad.
And the crazy thing is like, that's not even like the long game, right? Like, that's the short game. You sign up, and only in death does duty end. Like,
It's
you
true.
serve here 20 years, and they're like, you're still alive, you still got all your limbs. You're like, yep. They're like, okay, now to go to the next planet to stand around for 50 years. Let's go.
We've done it. Next up is a clearing patrol, where it's very similar to a reconnaissance mission. Other people would call this like a reconnaissance in force mission, where you're expecting enemy resistance. So if I say, as your general, go to that forest, kill anything you find, tell me what's there, that would be called a clearing patrol. A search and destroy is often depicted by a reconnaissance mission, or should be, where we know what's out there already. I need you to go there and complete that objective of destroy whatever it is I'm looking at. Now on to the more fun ones. We have the escort mission, where it's quite literally squad protect X until Y occurs. So this could be escort refugees. Pretty easy standard stuff. Alternatively, escort valuable whatever the fuck, such as Promethium tanks or relics. Who doesn't like good old relics? Next up is an assault mission. This is one of the harder missions to do because it is a squad go take X and don't die Lamau. This is considered some of the harder missions where you are assaulting a trench line, a bunker, a fortification, or Millman's kimono wardrobe so that you can take that over.
It's fucking cold, okay?
In reverse, there are defense missions where now you have to hold the trench line, and this could be a multi-session debacle. I have heard weekend campaigns over just one group hanging out in a single battle map and defending it as long as they can before ultimately dying. Special ops missions are also quite fun, where you are behind enemy lines. Who doesn't want to go blow stuff up behind enemy lines with no accountability and no officers telling you what to do? Pretty fun shit.
That's
Rest and refit is the downtime mission of John, please stop making us go out and do these missions. I want to have some role play, please. And then finally, there is the open warfare mission. And this is you guys are one squad in a million versus million fight to the death against armies and cataclysms. And there's the battle titans, and someone lost the Bane Blade. Here comes the Space Marines on drop pods. Oh shit, warp storm. Like, that is the open warfare mission of, don't die. You may just get struck by artillery right now. That has a little reference page of 301 in the core PDF if you guys want to look at open warfare.
Hide in trench. Don't run backwards because Kamasa will shoot you in the back, and just shoot in one direction.
Yeah. It's essentially the Battle of Stalingrad, right? Where that is your mission. Get through the Battle of Stalingrad. Oh, shit. Any questions about missions?
Let's get her done.
All right. Your mission is as follows. Womp, go into the woods. Recon. Enforce. See what there is to see and kill anyone you find. We don't need more than that, right?
Nope.
Want me to set the scene narratively? Do you guys want to see my badass sector map?
Hell yeah.
Check it out. Zoom all the way out.
Already am, baby.
Guys, welcome to the star map. John is playing around with new formats for map making, and this is one of them, where I have a fuck huge map and I put more detailed grids in places.
Whoa! What's this days thing? I'm used to.
Because it takes
I'm
days
used to-
to travel between planets.
Yeah, but
69
that's got to be like 69 feet.
No. Honestly, it could be shorter. I don't know how spacecraft works in 40K. In Rogue Trader, they
God.
give you space-like ships and like how fast they move. And the calculations are a little intense. So I decided
this is
not
way
to
easier.
calculate speed by distance and just decided to do this instead. I made a bunch of maps. I made 10 systems,
Wow.
but I'm only showing the 5 we care about.
Okay.
I don't care about 5 right now.
Yeah. Here's the first planetary world brought to us by Greg Hansen. He was the one who decided what world the map would be taking place on. It is called Selenia. Millman, if we run the West March, this is where season 1's going to go.
I know.
Okay. And then we're immediately going to roll for initiative. As the party comes into the woods, they are immediately greeted by yells of chaos militia. You know these bastards are assholes. It's time to click our tokens.
How do I know which
It's
one's
time.
mine?
The one you can interact. Oh, you can interact.
Oh,
with
we can
of them,
all
huh?
interact with any of them.
I can interact with 3 of them.
Jericho Styles is on the northernmost.
Okay.
Because of the Flamma.
Little Smoke is in the middle.
Hell
And on the
yeah!
bottom is Ace. I have not made a comrade stat sheet yet, but I am planning to. Just a very simple thing about comrades. They do things after your turn. So as soon as you go, they will go as
Woohoo!
well. Ooh, very nice.
Nice roll.
John will play Rat Battle because we are rats. And you can give comrades things to do. I'm checking my actions real quick if I have comrades. If not, I have not properly implemented them because they were on the last thing I cared about. Because they are kind of inconsequential. Nope. I don't have them. Alright, guys, you don't have comrades. LOL.
Uh-huh.
Normally they just add +10 to like helping you aim or stab a motherfucker on like the following round. But I don't want to deal with that because we're having some fun. Let me
Okay.
roll these guys initiative. Let's see if it works. Why are you doing 0.5? All right, that's fine actually. Perfect. I had to make a weird.
Oh my
very
god,
weird
there's like a
background.
whole table of actions. Wow.
Yes, indeed. Little Smoke, as you are walking through the woods, you are the first to spot the enemies that are pointing at you. You see that they are dressed in red. On their helmets, engraved is the 8-pointed Star of Chaos. You know shit's about to go down. What do you do? As a reminder, everyone gets 1 full action and a reaction. You can split that full action into halves, and then you just get a bunch of free actions. You can find these under combat actions. Millman.
Oh yeah! My measurements, baby.
Hell yeah.
No
What would you
more
like to do,
using freedom units. Let's go. Fuck, I love.
Millman?
All right.
You love me, yes. If you guys want a very easy turn, all you have to do is say, I take a half aim, and then I do a standard attack. This will give you a +10 to hit on your next attack, and a standard attack gives you +10 to hit as well. So, if you're just trying to shoot your gun, you can get already +20 for essentially your turn.
Okay.
I fire.
Okay.
I fire at the enemy.
Do you do a full fire or what? Do you take
what's
2
that?
standard attacks?
Fucking oath. I'm not even gonna aim. Just pew pew.
All right. Fire away.
Let me work out attacking and you. Here we go. Give me this document.
If you want, you could do a semi-auto burst as well. Spend more ammo. Have no increased chance to hit, but if you roll better, you do more damage.
We have the feat, the laser barrage.
Oh, what does that do?
I couldn't find it because there's so much.
Through years of practice, drills, and battlefield experience, the character has become a master of the laser gun. The character can use laser guns of all types to unleash devastating volleys of disciplined fire to cut down his enemies like the sweep of a scythe. When firing any class of laser weapon on full or semi-auto, the character may score an additional degree of success if it's successful, if he does not take the move action in his turn.
Okay. That
So-
sounds like things, for sure.
So how do I fire? So
So what you want to do is go to equipment,
Yep, I'm already there.
and then all you have to do is hit next to DMG.
Yep, and then modifiers.
If you're shooting normally for a single shot, it is +10.
Okay.
If not, if you're doing a semi-auto burst, it is +0.
Hey,
Okay, submit.
Okay. That is a miss, but nothing bad happens to you. That is half an action. You can do it again, or you could move.
Fucking oath.
what is happening?
What is happening? What?
Oh, when I move my mouse over, it like breaks
Okay.
down the whole roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That is super scary.
Um, really quick, Millman, did your one of your talents give us like a bonus to our initiative?
I took command, right?
Yeah.
Combat formations. Turns out I didn't fill that out. Give me one minute.
Okay.
No worries.
We're not going to worry about it.
Okay.
Millman, you have 5 degrees of success. I need you to roll for damage.
Okay, now how does one roll for damage?
So,
It would
right
be
next
in
to
the
hit
equipment.
Is
Damn it.
DMG.
11.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh wow.
I
So,
get the
a
plus
fun
one
fact
for
about...
six-
Hang on, let me talk over you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a moment.
Okay.
So degrees of success are like minimum thresholds. So in theory, if you had rolled like a 4 or below, you could replace that with your degrees of success for damage. So your target was 60, you rolled an 18, that means you have 5 degrees of success because 6 minus 1 is often 5. So you rolled an 8, so you rolled high, no big deal. You do a flat 11 damage to him. Do you care which one it is? Or can I just...
No.
Alright,
But I do have that laser barrage, so that increases my success, isn't that correct?
Yes. I think. I haven't looked
Yes,
at it,
by
and you
one.
haven't posted it, so...
Can you post
So-
it for me?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm just gonna copy it, I'm not gonna lie. Copy your
Ooh.
homework.
Based. When firing any class of last weapon on full or semi-auto, you did not do either of those things. The character may score 1 additional degree of
thought I
success,
semi-autoed.
provided the test is successful. Okay. Well. Neat.
I thought I semi-ordered it, because it's a las gun.
I did not hear that.
You
so I
you
assumed it was-
declared
Ah,
a
okay.
single shot for each shot.
Oh, that's fine. Because I did
Okay.
zeros for my bonuses, that's all.
But if you hover over your roll, it still shows that the single shot gave you a +10 on the roll.
Okay, cool.
Or on the
It's
I thought that was
fine.
hit
The
mode.
first time of combat. All right, so this guy you shot him in the
Yeah.
right leg for 11 points of energy damage, no pen. So this guy has 4 armor and 3 toughness. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so tanky. Oh my god. Oh
so,
my
so he
goodness,
soaks
yeah.
7 damage and only takes
He
4.
soaks 7, yes.
Still 4 damage to
fun
the
fact
leg.
about these guys, we don't care about their critical wound tables, so we just don't care about them. He's going to go next. He's going to do what is known as running. Yeah. He's going to go. And he's just going to aim and shoot you guys, actually. This is just going to be a firefight. I don't want to do any complicated maneuvers here. All right, he's going to shoot the guy who shot him. Millman, we're going to keep you engaged here. He's going to aim for a +10, and he's going to shoot you once. Half aim. We are doing a standard. Oh! So if you guys ever want to change how you're doing your ranged weapons rolls, at the top of your last gun, you can see how close you are in terms of ranges, then you can choose how fast you're shooting, such as standard, semi-auto, full auto, or called shot.
Oh,
And then you can
that's where
choose
I've
your
done
aim.
wrong.
Gotcha.
Which brings a question of what is short range and point blank?
Short range is half of the range of the weapon.
Ooh,
Point
okay.
blank is like 5 meters or something. It's like super close.
I see.
Coron's been doing his
Exactly.
homework.
Coron has been. He found it before even I could find it. Or maybe I posted it
I just
somewhere.
remembered from reading those things earlier.
Because didn't you look at the shotgun earlier, and that would have told you more?
Based. Well, Millman, we are
I'm just-
all in short range then, because the range of a last gun is 100 meters.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we know our combat ranges now. He's going to shoot at Millman with a 65. Whap! No modifiers. He fucking misses. Unbelievable. That was his half move. That was his turn. Jericho Styles.
Yeah, so
Hello.
do these guys qualify as Chaos Space Marines?
They do not know.
Oh, darn, that's who I chose as my hated
It
enemy.
says, oh, because you wait, don't we by default being from Catachan, it's servants of chaos?
It only affects weapon skill anyway, so unless
Oh,
you plan
yeah.
to sprint 50 meters and stab them to death with a knife, which would be based,
Oh, okay.
we're just in the
Bayonet
middle
charge.
of a firefight right now.
Well, I'm not gonna bayonet charge with an autocannon.
Why not? I'm
Just
hearing.
a spinning Gatling
Wait.
gun of bayonets.
No spinning.
Oh, that's fair.
It's an auto feeder. It's like an AA gun.
So they're just like a Gatling gun, but they're just like poking out like groundhogs. Boop 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 boop. Okay. Yeah. Why don't I just use my autocannon because I've got this sick badass weapon with range 300, and I think they're definitely all within range of it.
They sure are. However, as a heavy weapon, you must brace it first or have penalties. It is half an action to brace it.
Okay.
So if you wish to fire this turn normally, you're definitely going to be in short range.
Yeah.
Since your range is 300 meters.
Okay. So I mean, this is basically point blank for an autocannon. No, I'm kidding.
No?
So I will brace. I will semi-auto fire. I believe that this is capable of semi-auto fire. Yep.
Perfect.
And I am not aiming because I have to brace. So my target is 50. Is it meet or you have to? Do you have to go below, or can you hit the target? I guess
You have to. You can meet to beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I miss because I rolled a 75.
You roll a 75 out of a 51. But you know what? You scared the shit out of them with an auto game.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So degrees of failure. What is? Tell me about what that means.
You don't really care about that until you roll above a certain threshold.
Oh, okay.
So in
when
a
it goes
contest,
bad, it goes really bad.
yeah. So like in a contest, if you are trying to shoot a man who has the dodge skill, he can in theory use his reaction to dodge out of the way. So let's say you hit here, and this guy, for whatever reason, is doing the matrix dodge against your autocannon.
Right.
So at that point, it's a contest, and we're going to compare how many degrees of success they have.
Okay.
So if you had 3 successes and he had 4, he would dodge your shot completely.
Okay.
But in reversey, you would gun him down.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um,
All right.
Technically, everyone gets a dodge move or an evasion reaction. So if you get hit, you can spend your reaction to try not to get hit and not fucking die. Alternatively, you can use your fate in fun and silly ways, such as auto succeeding rolls.
Oh man, I
which
would
is
have.
why-
I would have loved to have used it there. But we'll keep moving.
Next turn. These Chaos Duders are going to all go before Coron, who is our slowest member for some
God,
reason.
there's so many of them.
There's a total of 3, yeah. And they are going to do what is known as actually taking cover now, sprinting their full movement. Let me see their movement. They have 6 meters of movement as a full action. We're going to take off. There we go.
They're taking cover.
They're gonna advance as well. 1, 2, and then this guy. He will do what is known as a half move, moving 3. And then he will take an action. He's gonna shoot at our tough heavy man. Heavy man, I'm coming for you. We have short range because we're within 50 meters of each other. He does not get an aim, but he does get a standard attack. Wham. Oh, that's damage. My bad.
Ooh.
Okay, 2 degrees of success. He is going to roll the same amount, so please suffer 5 damage to your right arm.
Okay, I have 4 armor.
Okay.
Plus 3
what's your
toughness.
at? Then it does fuck all.
Yeah, fuck you.
Wow. Ace. The friendly plays.
All right, if they're gonna take cover, I guess I should also take cover, and I will. I'm having trouble parsing sprint, but I think when I run, it says I can double my movement for 1 round. Does that mean that when I run, I'm now running 24 meters?
When taking a full move action, the character can move an extra number of meters equal to their agility bonus. When taking the run action, the character may double their movement for 1 round. The character gains 1 level of fatigue if they use this talent 2 turns in a row. So, yes. Let me calculate real quick. Your run action... You have to forgive me. I do not know all of the actions off the top of my head. What does run do exactly?
Run is a full movement, move 6 times your agility bonus, but enemies get a -20 ballistic score and a +20 wisdom to hit the character whilst running.
Weapon score.
Or weapon
Okay,
score,
so
thank you.
Move 12 times your agility bonus? Is that what
Yeah,
I'm
it sounds
understanding?
like it. So I'm gonna go take cover in this tree over here.
Alright. You sprint! Holy shit.
So run says you just move 6 times your agility bonus.
Yeah,
Right, but I have the
he's
sprint
using
thing
his
that doubles
talent.
it.
Sprint.
You
Oh,
just let me
yes.
put it in
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, that was your full action, so the second round of combat begins. A little smoke. Now that we know a little bit more how the character sheet works, it's time
Yeah.
to gun them down. What do you want to do?
So how long does a full aim take? Is that my full turn?
Yes. A full aim will
just
take
one
your
shot?
full action, but if you take a half aim, you can only use half of that action.
Alright, I want to shoot the guy closest to this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to full aim this motherfucker.
Okay, so next turn you will get a +20 to hit.
Oh, so I don't just roll?
We will just kind of ignore that. If you want
Okay.
to take a full
Yeah.
aim, it's your entire action that turn.
Perfect.
You do nothing else besides aim down sights.
I'm lining him up with my little glass flashlight, okay?
Perfect. And then next turn you can do like a semi-auto burst and really fuck him up.
Yep.
Okay, one guy is going to... This guy's the one who got shot. He's going to do... what does he have? He's got to have more than just basic movement. Let's go to Core. You
got
know,
so
I
bad.
liked what Coron was doing. I think we're going to charge Coron.
Hell yeah.
He has a run of 18 feet, or 18 meters, so that is what he's going to do. Running 18 meters towards you, towards the tree. Since he has taken the run action, anyone trying to shoot at him specifically will get a -20 ballistic skill bonus to hit him. But if somehow you can teleport Nani and punch him to death, you'll get a +20 to hit him. So... Jericho, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna turn my gun on him. and go semi-auto. So since I already braced, do I need to continue to brace? Is that just part of using?
Once you have braced once, you cannot move. You can drop your weapon and run away from it, but your weapon is now in that position.
Right.
So square you are.
I'm just
So
asking.
you do not need a brace again.
Okay, so I could do a half aim here, and
You could do a half aim. Yeah.
okay, so I'll half aim at that guy that's moving, which gives me +10 to my threshold, and I hit.
Will.
And his
But
running.
He is.
Mhm.
He has a -20 to be hit right now.
Oh, because he's.
He just sprinted
He
his full
sprinted.
movement, and he's hard to aim. At.
Oh, so it's now -10. Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Let me roll
That is-
to hit. So that yeah, I definitely
You know,
missed.
you're just deleting the entire
Do, do, do,
foliage
do.
behind this guy. You know, in Band of Brothers, when like the Battle of the Bulge and all the wood splinters are going.
Boom, 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 boom.
Like you are deleting chimeras worth of just foliage.
Okay.
Okay, these guys are going to. Fuck it, we're all sprinting. We're getting into cover. They cry out. This guy will move his 18 as he goes for a neat little flank. These two. Well, I'll head to the tree. Come here, Coron. They cry. Wee. All right, it's your turn, Coron. They've all sprinted its turn. What would you like to do?
I'm trying to make sure I understand what I'm doing. All right, so my buddy that shares double team with me just shot at this guy coming at me, right?
I think double team is for weapons only.
Oh,
Like you two have to stab at him.
gotcha. Understood.
When ganging up on an opponent, you gain +10 to weapon skills.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This would be really great in like a trench line, taking down like a big dude, or cleaning up like little dudes one after each other.
All right, in that case.
Once I throw down this big ass weapon, I'll come help you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Nick, zoom in all the way so that Jack can see what's
Dude,
going.
you're pretty much your point blank range.
yeah, I mean, this is starting to feel like shotgun territory, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Yeah, let's give him some shotgun, I guess.
Rapid
I'll-
onset lead poisoning. Let's go.
I'll go ahead and
What's the range on shotgun?
give me a second. I'm getting used to this character sheet.
You're great, bro. Take all the time you
Ew.
need.
Shotgun range is 30, so this is close range. It's maybe even point blank. I have to
I-
look at point blank.
Don't remember point blank off the top of my head. I can find out though.
Yeah, that would be good.
I want to say it's like within 2 meters or something.
It might be 3 meters. I'm trying to remember.
P. Point blank. Be under range, wouldn't it? RANGE is on 255 of the core PDF. It would be under combat difficulty? No. Long range, pinning, point blank. When a character makes a ranged attack against a target that is 2 meters away or closer, the target is point blank.
It gives you.
Ballistic skill tests made are at +30 to hit.
Yeah.
So if you can get within 2 meters of him with like a half move or something, you can just blow this guy away.
If I were 1 meter closer, man,
Oh,
I don't think I have any shenanigans for this.
right.
All right, still close range.
Why don't you
Okay.
just take one step forward?
If I take my half move forward, I would be 3 meters away.
Oh. They just fire twice at him.
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
It's true.
So I will take a. Need to go back to my equipment tab.
So you are
shotgun.
within short range of him, so that's plus 10 to hit if you
Mhm.
use the top tab of your shotgun. You see where it says 62 hit?
Yep, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, we'll just shoot twice. So this is gonna be at minus 20 or whatever because he ran, right?
Yes. That
Oop, that
was
was the
damage, it
damage.
looks like, not hit.
Minus 20 modifier. I don't think I have any other modifiers irrelevant.
You still hit him.
Oh, 3 degrees of success. Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay, roll for damage on the first hit.
Right.
You hit him square in the chest
Oof.
for 6, however... no, just plus 6. Oh, that's auto pistol. That's not
You need to
shotgun.
hit the shotgun.
Why did I? Yeah.
You get more damage out of the shotgun, bro.
Barely. So 7 damage, and then probably some stuff happens with scatter.
What does scatter do?
Good question, John.
It spreads.
Glad you asked it.
So I think scatter affects targets at point blank range.
Scattering,
Uh,
missing, and scatter.
if fired at a foe within point blank range, every 2 degrees of success, the firer's score indicates another hit. However, at longer ranges, this spread of small projectiles reduces its effectiveness. All armor points are doubled against hits from scatter weapons at long or extreme range. So it sounds like it has no effect right now. Since you're
Well, he's at half range here, so he's still going to hit, but this guy's armor is just too much. He's got too much toughness, too much armor, so he gets hit. Let's see it. See the second shot.
All right, let's go.
Do it again.
Short
But with more
range.
feeling.
On fire, minus 20.
That is
Ooh.
just barely a failure. Rip.
All right.
Okay. Little smoke. These guys have run, so
They're harder to hit.
harder to hit, but you full aim, so it's easily a negate.
Okay. Let's shoot at this cunt.
Half range or close range, whatever that's called.
Short range.
Short range. Thank you.
Modifier, so does it cancel out his run?
Yes, it cancels out exactly. So I guess just don't type anything.
1 degree of success.
1 degree. Roll damage, baby.
Ooh.
11 damage.
Hey, pretty good.
11 damage. Another. Straight to his right leg. Oh,
Did I hit him in the right leg last time?
I think. If you are, he's just yelling at you. Stop hitting it there.
Why does it matter
I'll
where?
just leg metering him.
Oh, because people have different armor in different spots, potentially.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's a
That
Warhammer
was
thing.
half an
Yeah,
action.
same leg.
If you want to roll again,
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna
get
shoot
your-
him again.
you will not get your aim bonus to this one, though.
That's
it only
okay.
affects the next attack.
2 degrees of success, baby.
Alright. For 5, it would almost be enough if he did not have that pesky armor. Oh,
I was gonna actually look at throwing a grenade at the 3 of them because they're really close together.
it's true.
But I don't understand the range for
The range
grenades.
is like your strength bonus times 3. So whatever your
Okay.
strength bonus is.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's far.
Indeed. So if Coron here wanted to throw a grenade, he definitely could. Okay. This guy who just got shot is fucking tired of you, Millman. He's gonna fucking shoot you. He just full on ran. He's going to do what is known as a semi-auto burst. John wants to play with his stuff too. All right. Short range. No. Standard. Semi-auto. No aim. All right, Millman, you're getting shot. He says out loud. He hits you once with 1 degree of success, so it's only going to be 1d10 plus 3. For 6. I think your armor and toughness will cover you.
Yeah, my armor and toughness soak that.
Then he does it again and fails. Fuck, he says. Jericho, is today the day you aim and hit this guy at 2 health?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna just like cyber cigar in mouth. I just like reach my thumb down and flip a switch into single fire mode. Okay. And I'm gonna just fire 1 shot at this guy after a half aim.
Okay.
So I get
plus 10 to hit, plus 10 for short range. Get him.
And I'm doing a standard. Oh, and I'm doing a standard attack, so it's plus 10 there as well. Okay. Boom!
All right, roll for damage.
Heck yeah! I'm so excited to roll damage on this. 20 damage with 6 penetration.
Just wasted.
Boom! I think his just whole chest cavity like just disappears.
You hit him straight in the body. I suppose now would be the time we roll the critical health table.
Hell yeah.
Normally, you don't do this for, like, mooks and troops, but since we're not doing, like, a hired entity, we're just gonna do it now.
The critical...
So if we go to critical hits and damage effects, we can find impact critical effects onto the body.
Okay.
I think you have rolled...
I just roll a d10.
I think you just roll a d10 here, yeah.
Or wait.
Or we take a d10.
Or is it just based on how much excess damage I do?
Whenever a character's total damage exceeds his wounds, he begins to take critical damage. Each time a character suffers critical damage, he also suffers 1 or more critical effects. So determined by consulting the appropriate critical effect table. As with normal damage, critical damage is cumulative and remains with the character until he either heals naturally over time, blah, 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 blah. If a critically damaged character suffers more damage, the amount is added to his existing critical damage, and his new set of critical effects are applied.
So what kind of damage type were you doing? I think is the critical question here.
It's impact.
Okay, so you go to impact critical effects, and where did you hit him?
The body.
You go to impact critical effects for the body.
Okay.
And roll d10.
Okay. I'm just curious because it says like 10 plus at the bottom there, so I'm not sure if like the amount of damage causes the. Anyway.
I'm not sure. Oh, I think it is that, yeah. So since you surpassed his wounds by over 10, I think you just do 9 and 10 going on.
The target jerks back from the force of the attack, throwing back his head and spewing out a jet of blood before crumpling to the ground. And he's thrown 1d10 2 meters away from the attack. Anyone in the target's path must make a challenging ability test.
Yeah.
Or be knocked prone.
So yeah, it's like a wound threshold thing. So
wow.
He had 10 wounds to start with. He just did 20. Ugh. And then he
splat.
Dies. Okay, first blood goes to Jericho. It's time.
I do all the work and the cunt kill steals me. God damn it.
And to be fair, he killed him like twice over your damage. This guy will do another sprint move, running 18 meters. I'm gonna grenade you. I'm gonna grenade you. He starts. And then these two are going to do what is known as stab Coron to death.
John,
All right.
how do they do that, John?
They have combat knives attached to their las guns.
Bayonet charge! And then
but
you
I
So
shotgun
they probably have
both
to
of
take
them.
like a charge action or something.
I believe so. It is called charge, a full action. They must move at least 4 meters and plus 20. Okay, that's not it. It's a attack, melee, and movement. I need to go find the actual action though, because that.
Yeah,
is
the
not-
actual description.
Charge is on
Right.
244. The character rushes at their target and delivers a single melee attack. The target must be at least 4 meters away, but still within the attack. Oh, at least 4 meters away, but still within the attacker's charge move. See table 1-4 structured time movement. The last 4 meters of the charge must be in a straight line.
They have a 9 charge,
Hmm.
a 9-meter charge. Everyone, you can see this underneath your characteristics bonuses.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
can see half full charge and run. So I think only one of them is within that distance, or maybe no, they are both within that distance.
And
Mhm.
and they make a routine plus 20 weapon skill test.
Okay, they will try to stab at ye with a knife.
Yep.
Here they come. Routine, standard.
Oh, if you don't have a weapon, you can still do this with and make it an attempt to grapple instead.
Ooh, interesting. Fun fact, if you go to melee weapons on the rather than short range point blank standard, you can instead click on the same tab and it'll be called shot, standard, and charge. So there's still the modifiers for that.
Hmm.
So they're just going to make this attack, submit, getting 1 degree of success for that guy, and then this guy will get 4 degrees of success. Ooh. You, if you wish, can make a reaction to try to get out of the way here. Out of it.
That's a dodge, right?
Dodge, if you had the parry skill, you could also do that, but I don't think you do.
Nope.
If you have dodge, you can try to dodge. The first one, probably.
There's no modifiers on this. Is this just a regular 0 check?
It's just a regular check, yeah.
3 degrees of success.
All right, you will dodge the first guy, and then the second guy will show up. You cannot react twice in a single round, and he will stab at E. Equipment. Stab at E for 7 points of damage. No rending.
Yeah, there's doesn't deal damage to anything.
Unfortunate, he says, as he is now in melee combat with you. Okay, Ace. Come shoot these men.
I was trying to figure out the rules for shooting weapons in melee.
That is probably a very wise thing to do. Let's find out.
Because, John, I want to shoot these guys in melee with shotgun, but I don't know if there's a disadvantage for that.
That's a great point, Coron. That is a fantastic thing to tell me about, because I'm trying to find that right now. Shooting in melee. I don't know if that sounded sarcastic, but it's not, I swear. I'm looking for my...
So point blank range, you get the plus 30 we talked about. The bonus does not apply when the attacker and target are engaged in melee combat with each other.
Oh, rip.
Gotcha.
Where is melee then?
Good question.
Because it's not in my M's. In my index here. Oh no. I think you just have to stab him to death now. Oh no.
Or I can just move away from them and then shoot them with the shotgun.
I suppose.
It's true.
I believe that will trigger something.
Probably.
Uh,
I believe they get to make a free attack against me each as I do that.
I don't doubt you. I just want to know where that would be. Because I've never done this before, guys. I'm excited.
Rapid reaction is.
No, that's a talent. um, it's got to be under combat, right?
I swear I read it somewhere. I just don't know where.
Combat. The attack, unarmed combat, injury. Why does it not have melee as like a thing? 2-weapon fighting, the attack, using actions. It's gotta be like 242 or something. 242. Surprise, we don't care about.
Okay. Combat over.
Leaving melee. If a character is engaged in melee with one or more opponents and he leaves combat with them, such as fleeing or moving to another target without using the disengage actions, each of his opponents gets a free standard attack against the fleeing character. Each free attack is made in addition to any other attacks the combatant receives during his turn. So yeah, you're completely correct. This is on page 245 of the PDF.
Stab me, John.
I'm gonna stab you. You're not afraid. You have heavy armor. These are heretics with shitty-ass ritual daggers. I just have to take off their charge bonus. Standard attack is plus 10. Yes, plus 10 for standard. I remember. Submit.
Miss.
They fail.
Miss.
They fail. Perfect.
Get
All right.
You take
and
a step
then
back.
I believe I should get like 30 additional weapon skill now
Yep.
that I've done that. Sorry, ballistic skill.
True. There'll be a thing somewhere. Instead of short range, it's point blank.
Yep.
Gun him
And
down.
standard attack. Have any funky nonsense? We didn't do any. That so boom.
What's the range of a shotgun?
It's 30.
30,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No crazy modifiers, I don't think.
Click, click.
And I roll a 93.
Oh.
Sadly, we didn't get a 96 for a mishap. But-
Unfortunate.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright, Little Smoke. Your friend is a hero. He's shotgun John Wicking over here. with people with knives. What are you up to?
I'm going to move. So what was the movement again? So it's...
So you can take a half action to move, which would be your half movement speed in your character sheet.
Yep,
I
so
believe it would be 3. No, it's 4 for you. You are fast as fuck, boy.
like I said, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
You could take a 8-meter movement as well for a full action. Or you could choose, and I don't know why anyone wouldn't, just fucking run, right?
I mean, I could
think-
run up to him, but he can attack me on his turn.
Yeah. So why you wouldn't want to
I'm-
run is if you're expecting someone to like stab you to death.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna shoot at old mate here. I've
Where is-
moved, and then I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay. He has sprinted this turn, so I would recommend you shoot the guys that are next to Coron instead, because they have not.
Well, I don't want to give him the chance to just lob a grenade at me and
Okay.
Apollo. But I will assist. I will assist my boy with the shotty.
If you want, you could also do in Overwatch. If you want to wait until his bonus goes away, so at his next turn. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna shoot this guy.
Okay. away.
I can still half aim, right?
Yeah.
That's still short range, standard. Oh, yeah, we'll standard it.
Okay. 3 degrees of success. Minus
in the
20
right
will
leg
still hit him.
again.
Okay.
Fuck
roll
your
for
right
damage.
legs.
Oh. So you had 3 degrees of success, so you're going to replace that 1 with a 3 and do 6 damage to him. Unfortunately, his armor is just too much regardless.
Interesting. So that's what the degrees of success do. They help like
Yeah.
set the minimum for your dice roll.
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
I'm surprised we haven't rolled a 10 yet for Righteous Fury.
It's too bad.
This man is a carcass. He has been deleted by an anti-tank weapon, bringing us to Jericho style.
Unfortunately, both of my allies are kind of like in direct line of sight for all targets. So I think I need to do something else besides shooting this turn.
Okay. If you want, you can unbrace your weapon, which is a half action, and then move.
Oh, you have to unbrace?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to unbrace.
Oh my
You can
god.
Pick that bitch back up.
It's a 40 kilogram thing, right?
Oh,
it's not small by any
sad.
means.
It's half your body weight.
God.
How many pounds is that, Millman? Do you know metric?
It's
or frame units?
85 pounds.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah, closer to 90 pounds. Like it's heavy. It's half my body weight.
Once this action is made, the weapon is braced and remains braced until it is moved. Once a heavy weapon has been braced, the fire cannot move without losing the benefits of bracing. However, the user can still traverse his weapon 45 degrees, depending on the type of bracing. What is that?
So if you were like in a window, we don't really care about like that right now because we're kind of all out in the open. But if this was like a heavy urban environment, like we would have like cones of sight and be like, bracing in this cone right here or whatever. So in theory, you could like change it. We don't really care right now. We're not getting that into detail.
Okay.
So you can move. You just do not get the benefits of brace. My bad.
Oh, and you can brace heavy weapons against like other objects, in which case they stay braced if you leave them. That's interesting. Okay, well, I need to...
If you leave them or you get shot by a sniper, someone else can use it. Which is what it's really for.
I'm not seeing it say I have to spend a half action unbracing.
You don't.
Okay.
That was a misconception I had.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will take a half move, which gives me Agi as my movement, which is only 2. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a full aim on this guy this turn instead. So I'm gonna get plus 20 on my next attack.
Sounds great.
Although, yeah, okay. Yep. Okay. That's me.
Perfect. That's you. All right. He is going to do what is known as the run move one more time. Moving 18 meters. Like so. These two, realizing there's no point in stabbing such a heavily armored man, are going to look at each other and shoot you. That's just point blank. Everyone's shooting. This is musket-styled combat right here. Oh my god. Better they grenade you and just everyone dies in this area. They will do what is known as point-blank shooting you. They will not aim. They will semi-auto burst you. No, they'll standard attack you. I'm tired of missing. They will not aim. They will shoot you twice. Bang, 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 bang. Will Ace die this day, or will his armor be too much? Here we go. No modifiers. That's 5 degrees of success.
I'm gonna try to dodge that.
Okay. Make a dodge.
Yeah,
Me beat 5 degrees of success.
Oh, I can't beat 5 degrees of success, can I?
Probably not. The first guy shoots you twice if you want to. Do you want to just take the We'll do the damage real quick.
Yeah. So let's see. 5 degrees of success means both of these are 8s.
Both these are 8s.
So I think that's 1 damage getting through each, if I'm remembering
So
correctly.
your left arm was shot twice, apparently.
So my left arm was shot twice. But I'm not tracking that. I'm just tracking my HP, right? My wounds.
You're just tracking your wounds, right?
Okay. Got
So,
it.
yep, it's an additive thing for you. It's a negative thing for these guys, because I don't care that much about them.
All right.
Okay, then the next guy is going to try to do it. Submit. That's 7 degrees of success. Holy shit. And then 1 degree of failure.
All right, give me that shot.
I'm giving you the shot right now.
Okay, so that's
7.
10. So that's 10 minutes. So that's 3 more wounds. Okay, done.
That's 3 more wounds. Okay. That was them. Ace, it's your turn.
All right, it's time to load up this shotgun and see what we can do.
Well, now you're at
It's just
now you're in point blank range and not engaged in melee.
Yep.
true.
So fuck them. Plus 30, baby.
Fuck.
That's
Come
what
up,
I'm
bro.
saying. All right.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
That
that's
is damage.
every time.
The buttons are so
Yeah.
close together. They're like overlapping on my sheet. Maybe I need to just widen it.
9 degrees of success.
You are
So
going
just
to
to
kill
be
them.
clear, that means that I hit for every 4 additional times, John,
Okay,
with my shotgun.
I'm listening.
Okay, so where does the first one hit? It's
It
28.
hits him in the arm.
All right, so the first one's the arm. So
I'm trying to find
we'll
scatter again.
roll the damage.
So
I
you
need to-
replace the 3 with the 9, doing 12. 13?
I need to. Yeah, I want to make sure I understand what's going on with the multiple hit thing. Because if that 9 applies to all the hits, this is absurd, right?
Well, you
I'm
are
looking for
using a
scatter
shotgun.
right now. Sanctified scatter. The scattered ammunition of these weapons spreads out when fired, hitting more of the target. If fired at a foe within point-blank range, every 2 degrees of success, the firer scores indicate another hit. Multiple hits are on page 246. However, at longer range, this spreads. We don't care. So you're just going to hit this guy in 4 additional times?
Yep.
All right, so
that was to the arm.
so 13 damage first, minus 7 is 5.
Sounds right.
Okay, next one. You want to go on 246 instead of rolling it. You
Another. What?
260. Multiple hits table. So
It just
Yeah,
indicates.
Yeah. So it's a leg. It's another arm hit. Yeah.
okay. I don't think you get to replace it multiple times with the degrees of success.
That seems like a reasonable ruling.
Okay.
So this one's just
Thanks.
6, which probably gets negated.
It gets negated by armor, but that one will do more.
All right. So the third one, what was the location? The third one.
No, that's enough to bring him down to 0.
So that was on arm body. So body was where he got hit for that.
Okay. This next one is on the head. All right.
7.
7, I believe, is toughness and armor.
Okay.
So this was one attack,
You
by
get
the
to
way.
replace
guys.
the 9 in all of them, or is
No,
it just
I
the
don't.
initial?
We decided that it doesn't work that way. I'm not sure if it's supposed to work that way, but we decided for now it doesn't. We're gonna move on with it.
Based. All right. 7s are absorbed.
Yeah, I rolled
he's
some
1 hit
shit
from
damage.
death.
And yeah, let's give him another shotgun burst.
All right.
Oh, wrong one.
Wrong one. That's the one you needed. That'll
3
do
degrees
it.
of success, so 2 hits.
2 hits, yep. Alright, that is enough to bring him into negative wounds by -5.
So where did I hit him?
Right in the body.
Alright, so -5 on body.
-5 on body is critical damage, impact, effects. A solid blow to the chest pulverizes the target's innards, and he momentarily doubles over in pain, clutching himself and crying in agony.
Oh.
The target is stunned for 2 rounds and must make a challenging +0 toughness test, or suffer 1d5 levels of fatigue.
As another shotgun hit comes in on him, doing nothing. Okay.
Doing nothing, but
So he's stunned
he is
for 2
now at
rounds.
-5. He's about to die. He is stunned for 2 rounds and can do nothing but cry.
Okay.
All right.
Here, this is where I'm gonna copy paste the paragraph where it talks about determining damage. Oh,
Based.
did not really.
I love it. Show me.
Let me just
If
fix.
he does get to replace this with his success, that would be really silly.
Okay, for all attacks, count the degrees of success. The attacker may choose to replace the result on a single damage die with the number of degrees of success
Gotcha.
from his attack roll. If the attack
That's
inflicts
very
more
cool.
than 1 die of damage, the attacker may replace the result on 1 die of his choice with the degrees of success from the attack roll. If a natural 10 is rolled on any damage die, there is a chance of Righteous Fury.
Okay.
Okay, so
We figured it out.
you can replace 1 die. So
My god,
yeah.
I can't believe I rolled all of those damage dice too, and still we haven't rolled a 10. Let's go. Move on.
So that 9 gave you 4 extra hits, and you could have replaced one of those die with a 9.
He did.
I did.
Wow, incredible.
Yep.
Okay. Little smoke.
Wait, is that guy
Your
not
turn.
dead?
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck
He's
that.
just stunned on the ground.
Yeah, he's stunned on the ground, like bleeding.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Mhm.
You go.
I was gonna say, you hear me kind of like giving you a grunt through my virtual cigar.
Space cigar.
Yeah, my space cigar.
All right. This 3 meter away poor sod.
That is point blank. So +30 to hit.
And then I'm gonna semi-auto him with half
Alright.
aim.
You will have a -20 because he has sprinted.
Okay, so
So
negative
+10 to hit
20.
in total.
Okay, how do I modify that?
It'll ask you for a modifier once
Yep,
you
so negative 10 was it? Or 20?
-20.
Yep.
You still
hits.
succeed. Semi-auto. That was a semi-auto burst, right?
Yeah.
Then that is 2 shots or 2 damage rolls.
Or 1 and 2.
Oh my god. How have we not rolled a 10 yet, fellas? 4 damage onto his body. And then I guess another 10 to his body. Oh, he is hurt.
And then I can fire again, right? Or does that use all
You
of
can.
my...
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
just
gonna do
half
the-
an action.
Yep. And I have another lot of it.
Unless you aimed for some reason, but I don't think you did.
No.
Oh, you did. That's fine, whatever. Fuck him up.
2 more.
Do it again. Straight to the same place. There we go.
10. Okay.
So, Righteous Fury rules, please.
All right. Righteous Fury rolls. I'm pulling them up now.
I'm excited.
Okay, this is a bit of a blurb. When rolling damage after a successful attack, if any die roll results in a natural 10, which you have done, a particularly bloody and spectacular hit may be inflicted. This also includes a result of 10 when rolling a d5 for damage, blah, blah, blah. After resolving the effects of the hit, so you roll for damage, which you've done, one of 2 things may happen. If the attack dealt damage after being reduced by armor and toughness bonus, then the shot becomes more severe. The attacker then rolls 1d5 and consults the critical hit table appropriate to the damage type. So this would be body energy, if you want to pull that up. The target suffers all effects listed on the 1d5.
Okay, so under the combat, and then it...
However, the target does not count as having suffered a critical hit, so he's not closer to death if he had, you know, like 30 wounds, right? In other words, if he takes damage during later turns, it will affect his wounds, not directly stack onto worsening critical effects, like it does.
Okay, so
for
it doesn't count
who's...
as a crit? Where is it under that?
I'm sorry?
It's energy critical effects body.
Yeah, I've
roll
got that
a
one open.
1d5. This will bring him. He will suffer critical damage.
So this is
already.
so you just get a free wound basically, or wound effect, crit effect, I guess.
So what is
the enemy ripples all over the character, scorching his body with horrid third-degree burns, inflicting 1d10 levels of fatigue. And the target may only take a half action on his next turn. And I still got another damage roll.
Oh my
You
god.
sure do.
So slash 1d10. So
2 fatigue.
So he's got 2 fatigue, and then
Guys, I'm not going to track fatigue for these guys if they're going to die in the next hit, right? That is an extra 1 damage, bringing him up to -4 on that table again. So he just suffers that shit twice.
Jesus.
I don't know if you can die of fatigue, but
I'm looking
up.
up. I'm looking up the rolls right now.
look up fatigue, because he's gonna be maxed out, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Wait, he's taking fatigue again?
He's taking fatigue again.
Oh my god.
And he's suffering toughness damage. Okay. No, that's impact. I'm on the wrong thing. There it is.
electricity.
257.
Roll 1d4 or 1d10 again for me, Millman.
Fatigue. Okay.
A d10.
Now roll
was it?
1d5 for me, Millman. I think this guy's just fucking dead.
I don't even know what all these
now he
dice
has
are
-1
representing.
toughness, and he fucking dies.
Boom, 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 boom. Fucking die.
You literally just exhaust him into unconsciousness. So he's not dead technically yet, but he's about to be.
If a character can take a number of levels of fatigue equal to their toughness bonus and still function, albeit with some side effects. Should a character take a number of levels of fatigue in excess of their toughness bonus, they collapse unconscious for 10 minus TB minutes. After the character awakens, their levels of fatigue revert to a number equal to their toughness bonus.
Well, this guy is super dead then, because you sent him into the negative numbers of toughness in your last hit, which is what I just had you roll. So there's only one guy left. Jericho! Finish this guy.
I grunt approvingly as I just turn my body and do another full aim on the one remaining guy.
Okay. Dare I give him a little bit of cover for... I don't think I care enough about it. Go for it.
I'm just aiming because my buddy's still in the way
Oh.
of my new target.
If you want, you can do Overwatch, and that way, as your reaction, you can just shoot him as soon as your friend
Is that
moves.
I saw that it was like you have to you get to attack someone in an established kill zone. I haven't yet looked up what it means to establish a kill zone.
You literally like describe your like kill zone.
Okay.
And then once that guy enters, including gets out of cover.
Oh, okay. You guard a specific area, you declare an active, you establish a kill zone consisting of any general area. Yeah, like the tree, like under the tree. such as a corridor that encompasses a 45-degree arc in the direction that the active character is facing. I will specify I'm doing a semi-auto attack under the condition that I have no allies in my line of fire.
Oh. Okay.
No living allies in my line of fire.
There you go. This guy is on his ground for the next 2 turns. He's at -5 wounds. There's one guy left who is still standing.
Give
He
it
will
to me,
shoot at
John.
you. He's doing it. He's gonna do what is known as a semi-auto burst. Point blanking you. Semi-auto. No aim. He's doing this twice on you. Pop, 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 pop. 65 to hit. He rolled a nat 1.
That's a lot of degrees of success.
Oh shit.
4 hits.
It literally says, how about that?
Also, look at what they rolled on hit location.
Head. Motives. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Go for it,
Alright.
John.
That is 3 hits then.
3 additional
Oh.
hits.
He will turn that 2 into a 7.
So it's a 10, which is reduced a bit. So take 3 more wounds. Sure.
He will do nothing on his second damage roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the 8, he will finish you, or try to finish you.
All right. I'm at 9 of my 11 wounds. I think he hit one more time here.
He gets 1 more attack.
Okay. Says he got 4 hits. It's 1 additional hit, right, for each 2 above.
But it also says /max3.
Oh, max 3.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so 3. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
He
happy.
will try to shoot you again. Same deal.
You exceeded your allowed number of hits. How about that? Oh my god, John.
What the fuck is wrong with you, John? All right,
He has
all
to
right.
kill one of us so we get to experience it, okay?
Welcome to the Imperial Guard, baby.
All right, where he's hitting me in the left
Oh
arm.
my god. Is that
You can
enough?
replace that with a 6, right? So that's a 9.
That's a 9.
So 9 minus 7 is 2. Is it when I drop to 0 or when I take damage when I would be at 0?
I
Is
think
it
it's
above or
surpassing.
equal to?
Surpassing, right?
All right.
Oh, so you're Gucci.
I'm
Gucci
still
gang.
good. You got
All
2
right,
more
there's
hits
2
on
more
me.
hits. Where did he shoot you? This is gonna
He
be
shot
the
me.
left
The first one was
arm.
in the left arm.
No, the first one was in the head. This one's in the left arm.
Yeah, this one's in the left arm. That's what I mean.
Well, it's
the
multiple
first one
hits,
of this.
right? So it's
this
gonna be
barrage.
arm, body.
Arm,
or-
body, yeah.
All right. Next one.
Yeah, that'll deal damage. That'll deal quite a bit of damage. That'll deal 5 damage. So what's
Alright.
arm crit 5 with energy?
Arm crit 5 energy. Yep.
Alright.
Wow, what a sequence of words.
The attack causes energy to course through the target's arm, leaving him stunned for 1 round, and the arm is useless until the target receives medical treatment.
Okay. And then finally, body. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, John.
Alright, so this kills me? Probably? Does it stack with the other
it's-
critical, or does it not?
So the critical damage is kind of like a meter that just gets filled and filled and filled. We just sort of skip the numbers in between, right? So rather than
Alright.
going from like 1 to 5, we just go straight to 5.
So we had 5 on the first one, and this one would be another 6, right? So that would put me at 11
Yeah.
total. But does it carry over between places I
Oh.
got hit, or is it a 5
is-
in an arm and a 6 at the bottom?
Let me go read this 1 second.
I thought it said that you just like replace the critical effect with the new one.
Okay, I don't think that is the case, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think these are compounding. So rather than... So if... What is your full wounds?
11.
So if I, through your armor and through your toughness bonus, dealt more than 11 damage to you, or 9 damage after that. So if I shoot you with like a last cannon, then we go on. Or then, we take that thing. I think I've been doing critical damage wrong. So a person can have wounds up to their toughness bonus, I believe. So give me just 1 second. Whenever a character's total damage exceeds his wounds, which we have now done, he begins to take critical damage. Each time a character suffers critical damage, he also suffers one or more critical effects. These are determined by consulting the appropriate critical effect table. So you know how, like, you surpassed his wounds by, like, 20 damage, Apollo? And it had, like, a 9 and a 10 that he had to suffer?
Yeah, so that was multiple. Yep.
So that's what that sentence means. These are determined, blah, blah, blah. As with normal damage, critical damage is cumulative and remains with the character until he either heals naturally over time or receives medical attention. Each critical effect also has its own duration, including permanent. So that is like your arm until you seek medical attention. Each critical effect also... No, blah, blah, blah. If a critically damaged character suffers more damage, so you are critically damaged, the amount is added to his existing critical damage, and a new set of critical effects are applied based on his total critical damage, assuming
So
he's
I'm
still
fucking
alive.
dead.
You are fucking dead.
And then
That
it
is
says, note that, and then on the second one, this new critical damage does not override or negate the previous critical damage effects unless the two effects are mutually exclusive,
Right.
in which case use the most recent one.
Okay. So that would be a 6
yeah,
on your body.
I get thrown 1d10 meters back.
Yep.
You're clear to shoot, Nick.
1d10 or 1d5?
So I'm shot back 2 meters. That's not so much.
When you
Are
see it in
you
real
a
life,
corpse?
you're like, damn, that's pretty far.
Are you super dead or just incredibly injured?
I'm dead.
You are dead. Alright. So
I'm
Ace,
so dead I got shot backwards. My limb corpse got shot backwards.
that is incredibly funny. So Ace had this one mission. He sprints to a tree, gets sprinted out over 2 turns, shotguns one guy into unconsciousness, then gets unloaded on after being charged, attacked 4 times with knives, and then peanut gallery shot an additional 8 times. That is the life of a fucking guardsman right there. Apollo, please gun this man
Yeah,
down.
so from my perspective, I'm like shooting at these guys. They're sprinting into like at the base of this tree where Ace is also running, and I go, well, I'm not gonna shoot a friendly, so I turn and I see a little smoke in my way, and I'm like, hey dude, get out of the way with a grunt, and then he kills that guy. I'm like, oh well, nice. So I turn back, see my friend die, and I'm like, oh, okay, and now I let loose with my reaction on this kill zone.
All right, fuck him up.
Okay,
He's hit.
short
Just
range,
fucking hit him.
semi-auto, no aim because, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so one of them takes a bunch of damage
You're gonna hit the only guy standing.
for 26 damage.
All right.
That's actually
where did
27
And 6.
7 damage.
with penetration 6.
All right. So since it's semi-auto, you get an additional hit here.
I do get an additional hit.
I guess you can shoot at the guy who's on the ground. It's a lot of ones, baby.
That's 3 ones on my dice.
Okay.
So-
right leg.
So 30, 37, 45 damage to this guy.
Okay, well, we're just gonna go straight to the plus 10 because you get all through his armor. The hit rips apart the flesh of the leg, causing blood to spray out in all directions. Even as the target tries futilely to stop the sudden flood of vital fluid, he falls to the ground and dies in a spreading pool of gore. But such is the agony of the target's death that his piteous screams drown out all conversation within 2d10 meters for the rest of the round.
Oh my god.
So this guy just screams his head off and then will die in 5 seconds.
This is horrific.
You killed him. No, not initiative. He's dead.
I'll just continue to reduce my ammo by 3.
There you go.
I'm at half
The
a
last
magazine.
guy is stunned for one more turn. He is already critically injured. If someone does 5 damage to him, he dies, which I believe the 2 of you will be able to do. Congratulations, you are successful in your mission. Everyone, a round of applause for the
Everyone was
sacrifice.
successful.
We did it.
This is the price of freedom, everyone.
God damn it.
How did we enjoy it? Was it fun at the very least, if not informative?
I am reminded of the mechanics of Dark Heresy because these are the mechanics of Dark Heresy.
Yep.
And you know, if you really enjoy like super crunch and gore, this is the system for you. And you know what? If I'm in a mood for that, this is a fun system. I like I like it. I think I remember all the dice rolling and using like manual sheets. It was like a lot of math and double checking our work. And I like having the virtual tabletop to be able to handle all that.
The sheet is a legend and hero. I do not know his name because it just sort of shows up right in the Roll20 thing.
Yeah.
But whoever you are, you beautiful bastard, thank you.
Yeah, I might have also had a lot of fun because I did like 50 damage to one target.
You know, having an anti-tank weapon against infantry probably does that, right?
It does the Lord's work.
We ignored a lot of other mechanics that we could have added, like comrades, for instance. Comrades are like familiars where they affect your aim by like 10s placement. Alternatively, you can use your experience to give them special effects based on your specialization. I have not added them to the Roll20 because I wanted to spare myself from 10 extra snips. But in theory, like they each get like special comrades. So like the weapon specialist gets his own special comrade orders. So too does the heavy. Or the heavy weapon specialist. They're all quite cool, unless you are a advanced specialty, like a commissar. They do not get comrades. Ogrins don't, stormtroopers don't, neither do psychers or priests. Their job is to buff the squad of the players rather than the comrades around them. There are also like comrade-based classes, like the sergeant, for instance. I think he gets like 2 more comrades to do stuff, so he can send his comrades out to help his squad mates. So technically, you know, people are doubling up on that extra aim. There's also the commander prestige class. So this is like in the supplement Imperial Armory, where one guy gets 5 comrades and he becomes a party on his own and just sort of big chills. So lots of stuff we did not hit on. Millman, what was your impression?
I feel like the combat leaves so much fun to be had, right? Like,
Yeah.
it does. Like, I can understand where Nick was saying, like, doing it in paper would be fucking a nightmare, right? You would just start dropping things for the sake of just one less thing to the equation.
Uh-huh.
But when you don't have to work it out yourself, this is a fucking great time.
That's true. The drop-down menus, I did not know existed until, like, today. I thought we were going to have to do some, like, extra math.
That's nice.
This guy's a legend. He already had
I
that.
just need to roll better on character creation so I can have a bolt gun. I want to watch the bullet penetrate and then them explode.
It's true. If we ever did regiment creation, we could, in theory, get like bolt weapons as like heavy weapons, like heavy bolters.
But...
players can like start with rather than auto cannons.
Oh, give me those bolters, baby! I want to see cunts explode.
Coron, as the true hero who is at the Emperor's side right now, what do you think about the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Reminded me a little bit of old like BattleTech RPG I played in like 1998. Only it's like simplified some bullshit like you aren't tracking your damage to each location like you had to in that game. Oh boy, that game was a nightmare to play in paper. I'm not gonna lie.
I have heard
Oh,
the
boy.
legends of BattleTech, and I am glad I missed out on that one, and I found this little project instead.
Yeah, just like 8 or 9-year-old me playing that game. Just imagine that being like,
Jeez.
what is this?
I know like Dungeons and Dragons has a called shot, and I don't remember what the mechanical effects of that are, but seeing that like you have different amounts of armor in different places and makes called shot feel meaningful, and then there's just like the fun of all these critical effects that I mean there were lots of tables on those, yeah, which looked kind of fun. Like,
so I'm gonna share you guys some secrets. So these are the stat blocks I've actually done and I'm working on. So I'm working on like vehicles,
demon.
but I have like Chaos Space Marines ready to go.
Hell yeah!
And like their armor, like you want to be shooting them in the head because their helmet is the weakest part of their armor.
Right.
If they are even wearing a helmet, because some Space Marines don't do that shit for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
I've actually looked into this. They're all wearing helmets. Only Primarchs don't. It's just so that you can tell who the character is when they're actually portraying them.
Well,
like, because the Space Marines know each other apart, but the viewer can't tell them apart.
That's
so they
fair.
just don't show them with a helmet on.
Well, here's the thing, right? So the Space Marine, like one of the highest, these are like the elite dudes. In the DMG, it tells me not to throw more than one at a entire party at a time, because 2 will always defeat a squad of people. So their armor, well, first of all, their toughness bonus is 8. So already they surpassed the mooks you just fought naked. Naked, they have more armor than those guys do fully armored. And then they have power armor, which has legs, limbs, so I suppose legs, arms. I guess I mistyped that. Legs, arms, and head is 8 armor on top of that 8, so they have 16 damage reduction.
Yep.
And then their torso is 10.
So you would need like a group with guns like I had.
You do.
I have a little bit of a random thing that is lore, and it will help explain this. So I recently listened to the Tau lore, and they were explaining the first conversation about Space Marines, and it's the first commander to the general saying, "We just treat them as if we're fighting a small group of tanks."
Yeah.
They're not infantry anymore. They're a small group of tanks per one.
So they also have like chain weapons. So chain weapons have this thing called tearing, which is essentially advantage on your damage dice.
Oof.
So they are rolling at 2d1 plus 2 damage, but then they add their strength score to that, which is 9, due to supernatural stuff. So like a Legion chainsword, just regular damage does 16 and ignores 3. So right there, that's a dead player, right? In a single hit. And they have like special attacks, they have talents, they have multiple attack options. And that's not even to get into the things. So I really, really like how in this game, it's not just about like who has better stats. It's we know what's coming. We are unprepared for this situation. How do we possibly have a chance to win? And what's it going to cost? So, yeah, like crack grenades calling in an artillery strike on you. I have a Basilisk Earthshaker cannon stat block, which you can call on your position.
Just fire at me. Fire at this radio signal. I don't care. Just kill the Space Marine.
Yeah, like, what are you willing to do for victory? Is like part of the puzzle of combat rather than just John, I'm a space marine. I've got 80 whatever the fuck, and I'm gonna clown on all your monsters. Right?
Yeah.
It really makes you think.
Mm.
Preparation becomes like its own little mini game as well in another mechanic we didn't talk about called logistics.
Okay.
Like how easy is it for your squad to like refit or get weapons they need for their mission? Which we just, it was unnecessary for this like little playtest, but in like a campaign where you need every little advantage you can get against an unknown enemy, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
And we haven't even done like other alien monsters. This is just like my guys shoot red laser beams while I shoot blue laser beams.
Incredible.
So, hell yeah.
The Space Marine as we are wielding flashlights.
Exactly. Yeah. You're wielding flashlights. Like the Hellbrute shows up and you're like, well, I hope our heavy guy brought crack missiles, and if he didn't, it's time to run. It's time to get out of here.
So go ahead.
One other thing I really liked was the character creation. I felt like there was a lot going on there, to be able to think about like what your character can do, and to generate like a random ass character, right? Like it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna go and make Polearm Master Fighter number 67.
Yeah.
I love having a really in-depth character creation myself, because I like looking at what I can do later down the line. So for like 4th edition Warhammer role-playing game, like I have sat there and been like, I'm going to create my build. And I spent like 6 hours like, what talents would I want? Or like, how can I multi-class into weird professions? And I really like how this is similar to that, but it's not like the ultimate thing of, I don't really need a theory craft, because I'm going to get advancements into weapon skill, and hopefully I can get a chainsword at some point and stab a cool fucker with a chainsword, right?
If you make it that far.
I think if you don't have like a very specific idea of what you want to play, I think just doing what we did with just like basically all random and having stuff pre-selected for you and just having a few options really helps like understand what the game is about, rather than, spending a lot of effort trying to like consume all of the material so that you can consider all the options, which would have been overwhelming, I think.
For sure.
And definitely taken a lot more time.
The role-playing aspect of the game, too, like, we didn't really get into that, because we were like, let's put on our armor and weapons and go play the system. But, like, there is a whole other fractal to this entire game of, like, what can we do on a... just with, like, the little tools that we have. We didn't go into, like, cybernetics or drug use, because your regiment can be, like, outfitted with combat stims that you can get addicted to.
Yeah.
There's so much going on with it that I love, that just in a singular, like, little run-through, there's no way you can, like, hit up on every single aspect of the game like you can in, like, 5e. Where it's like, you have your character sheet, have fun, but, like, that's all you get.
Yeah, you only get fun. Fuck that.
You only get fun. You don't get pain, and pain elicits fun. It releases the good chemical, guys. What do you want me to say?
Cool.
I like the pain.
So for anyone like Temer or Soul Crusher or Nihilus who joined us today, or for those who maybe caught the VOD later and are interested in joining this potential long form campaign, how can people get a hold of you, John, to learn more?
So me and Millman have to have a little conversation on the practicalities of running this as like a West March. I am looking for people who want to run the game so that I myself do not drown myself in games. I've run a West March on my own before. It sucked ass. Greg Hansen has done it for 3 years. I don't know why he's doing it alone when he could just invite other like fans of the server to like guest DM for him. I think West Marches are like a community building thing. So I, like people who want to GM to just DM me. I'm Jon DM in the Fable Table Discord. Shoot me a little message like, hey, what's going on with Only War? And then I'll fill you in.
Okay, so looking for players and people interested in GMing this game.
Yep.
Awesome.
Looking for GMs first. I will prioritize them. And then we can all like round robin or figure out how we want to like organize that.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of ideas, but I don't know how that would work in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've bounced the idea backwards and forwards on how we would do it.
Cool.
But it'd be a bit of a nightmare at this stage. One, it's kind of good because if we can find people in different time zones, it can work that we can have multiple games
Yeah.
at different times. As long as all the DMs are on the same page, it works, right? And with that also, we were discussing it. If you'd watch my stream, I highly doubt it, because most of the time the room's empty and it's just me, John, talking shit when it does come to this sort of stuff. It's like, we thought about it as we could have multiple stories in different locations,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually down the line, you just happened to cross paths, but you don't know that yous are crossing paths, right? Like you might be fighting on a previous battlefield that somebody else's squad has just scouted.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds
So
awesome.
this is like so I made like a sector map that can be like filled in the blanks by other GMs. And I was batting around the idea that every season or so we go world by world. So that every new season we do a community event where we build our regiment as like a democratic voting thing. We play with like the regimental creation, create our commander, which the GMs can like share control over and be like, how would our commander dude react to this? Or like, what would be the mini game of that?
Yeah.
And then, we have like the sadistic AI director, from, I don't know, like RimWorld or Project Zomboid, but we do that as like a community thing too. And then we give missions out to the players.
Yeah.
And we have them sign up for that and be like, hey, I want to go die in the trench. Let's go die in a trench.
Yeah.
Or if we're like the armored guys, because there's like a whole vehicle game to this as well, where you can be tank pilots.
Oh my god.
Or ride around on these ATT walkers from Star Wars and shoot like plasma.
Yeah. Okay. So you two are going to be kind of figuring out exactly what you want that to look like, and we'll hear more from you in announcements in the Fable Table Discord, Millman's Discord, etc., with more details.
There won't be anything in mine because I don't really do roleplay through mine anymore. So I will let John relay all of that.
Mill, I thought a bunch of your people love Warhammer.
We do? Oh, yeah. The thing is, with like a bunch of them don't do roleplay games, right? Like I dragged Yoshi into one. He really enjoyed being an orc in 3.5. It was hilarious. I watched him dig a trench, right? For no reason at all. It was just like in his downtime, he dug himself a trench. It was like 8 foot deep. Like he just wasted his whole downtime just digging a trench.
Based.
He ended up sleeping in it, so I guess it sort of worked. But like, yeah, like just weird things that people like, I don't get it. And it's like, but you don't need to get it. You make it up, right?
Yeah.
And some people are just picky and they're like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, don't worry about it. I don't put it in my Discord. If you want to play, you'll let me know you want to play. And then we can send you to the right location. Because I've done my time of running this shit, and I did it for a year, paying people half my wage to organize it, and it just went to shit anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even sad about it. I had great fun because I didn't have to organize anything. I paid somebody to be the DM, make the maps, make sure everything was ready, and I just had to go, all right, people, I need 4 people to come join me, and then I just get to play.
Well, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
that's
it's just
essentially
like-
what a West March is.
yeah,
Well,
minus salary sacrificing.
yeah. I mean, I think that this system has a lot of potential, and I think that the fiction is very straightforward. That people aren't going to be like running into each other, and it wouldn't be too hard to plan missions and just have that kind of episodic nature to it.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed this, and it seems like a really great system. John, thank you for throwing this together.
No problem. It took me far too long, but came out in 2012. It's not supported anywhere, so I'm glad. I'm honestly thankful for the guy who programmed this shit, because without him, this would not be possible and not worth doing.
Oh yeah.
So big shout out across the galaxy. Hope that guy's doing well and he receives some of my good karma. You beautiful bastard, whoever you are.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching live or catching the VOD later. We'll see you next time here on Fable Table. I think we'll be resuming Sins of Stormfire next Friday. So we'll see y'all then. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.